All right, buddies. Welcome to Barn Burner on a Wednesday. Bet365 is, I'm sure, very honored and proud to be the presenting sponsor of this program. How can't they be, right?
I mean, it's the factory is working overtime. I think Jack must have slept on the couch. We're churning out all the content for
Unbelievable. Bet365 Casino, hundreds of slots, live tables, your favorite games. Must be 19 or older. Please play responsibly. It's the usual. And I think we might have some super chats today. Some comments to be had. The money will go to the youth centers of Calgary. And, of course, we'll get your comments on the show as we are here inside the McLeod Law LLP studios. I wonder, the league would have to have lawyers to handle all the
league's full of
we have a trade to announce.
About Gary's a lawyer.
Bill Daly's got a legal thing too.
Yeah, I guess you would be, right? You keep, even though that's not what you're doing, you have graduated, you've passed the bar, you're a lawyer.
Like they literally are building CBAs. Most of these nerds are lawyers at the NHL office.
I mean, Gary's not.
He's a lawyer,
but Gary's a lawyer, but he's not doing the heavy lifting. They will have their team.
No, you don't understand. Well, better not.
He's wound up today.
You are in a
no. I was gonna.
You're in a snit today.
No,
what's happening?
Once you get that lawyer badge, you could just.
I'll get the chicken ready. Just have it right at the.
That thing's gonna get a workout today from the vibes I'm getting. What? You had a bad day yesterday?
I'm getting vibes from you that it's like this is. I'm 4 years old and Christmas Eve arrives. Like this
100%
guy has the adrenaline of a. I don't know. Like it's teenage hormones again.
No. Yeah. Honestly, for a sports nerd,
I walked into this room. I was like, ooh.
Yeah, Ryan,
it was 10 years ago. We had the Stamkos says bleep you to
Look
Toronto.
Look at how excited you're recalling decade-old trades.
It was the haul for Larson. The trade is 1-for-1. PK for Weber. It was like that all happened in one day. That was the last day that is even comparable to what we saw yesterday. So if you're an NHL nerd, which I am, I'm like, this is amazing. I love trades. All we do is sit around and speculate about trades all year. And yesterday we had banger after banger after banger and a Babs presser and the Brady Tkachuk press conference. It was unbelievable.
Yeah.
Both sides. It's good that you're excited.
Now, would any of the trades individually be to the level of a Taylor Hall for Larson at the time? First overall pick?
No.
Or even the Shea Weber PK Subban. Like those were marquee.
Yes, they're close. I would say those would be like your tier ones. These are the next tier down because number 4 moved and you've got like, they're like a second overall pick from a few years ago moves and the Flames deal. Eklund was a very high pick. Kyrie's a guy that's a good player.
Yeah. I think it's awesome. You are wound tight. Like
we had a great night with that though. The afterburners out at the Unicorn last night. We got all the post-game show folks and all the stuff was happening at the time. So I'm fully goulded and piked and
cammyed. I don't want to take away from it. Exactly. I don't want to take the piss out of you because you're in a great mood and you're revved up. But I did get the sense we were kind of texting this morning about what to put on the show. And there was like, are we going to have enough time to talk about all this? Is there going to be...
That wasn't the point I was trying to make. I didn't know if you wanted to run the whole thing versus a clip. That's all.
Do we need to run it? We got lots to talk about. There's so much to talk about. But yes, there's.
Oh, relax.
It's a great day.
It was a busy. Was it yesterday we were talking about? You're like, what do y'all? There's a shit ton going on.
Things are going to happen.
Things are going to be happening.
Well, you guys,
and you were skeptical.
Well, it's what you just said. Yeah. There's always talk. There's always banter about trades. They never happen.
And then when they do, it's like, holy shit, they keep coming. And now it's like, I think you'd probably be, what do you place the odds on Hellebuyck getting done this week? Like 50-50?
Probably.
Maybe more. Like, that's a huge trade. That's like, the guy with 3 fucking Vezinas is going to move? That's insane. What a week.
It is.
Tkachuk. Get Werenski going. Let's get this all done. Then we can go on vacation and screw off for 2 months.
And Canada plays.
What's that?
And Canada plays.
And Canada plays today at 1. Draw gets you through. Let's go. Not through, it wins the group.
And Jack is also doing some digging and twisting. He likes to put in the rundown, whatever it is, the limited rundown that these two donkeys do for the Pinder Report. He'll label Canada, like Canada, Switzerland. He'll have cavalry.
It's only soccer I know.
Jeez, Jack, we're
the same team. Jeez. Come on, man.
We can get right at it.
Where to begin?
probably with the Flames. The local
have to.
team makes a big swing yesterday. They trade 3 high-end draft picks for a couple of players, but certainly a player who went 2nd overall not that long ago, Simone Nemec of the New Jersey Devils. We love trading with New Jersey. New GM,
new
doesn't
GM,
matter.
though.
Yeah. New GM, Sonny Mehta, Craig Conroy. They're able to get some work done yesterday. What did you think when you? I guess we kind of went live yesterday. I had some sticker shock at first. First round, second round. Whew. Okay. For someone that I
thought he was a forward.
I kind of need to go and Google. Right? I've heard of him.
I thought he was a forward.
But we've given up. There's 3 high-end picks.
Oh, we got a center.
It must be a center. D-man. Okay. All right.
That was the what was the trade with Sharon Govich? I thought was Siegenthaler when
that's
we were
right.
in Nashville. I'm like, oh yeah, the D-man, and you're like,
he's a forward, right?
oh shit, Siegenthaler, Sharon Govich. Can I buy a vowel?
I also did not know he went 2nd overall.
2nd overall.
Very highly touted player his whole career.
COVID year.
2022.
Yep, that's COVID.
Kind of. It's 2
I
years.
think they played, but
Yeah, they would have played.
It was the 1 year prior.
It was an in-person draft. Like they had a draft that year, so it wasn't.
Anyway,
one.
I'm poking the piss. Come on,
you kind of
too
are.
excited. I'm trying to argue with him.
He's 22 years old. He is a D-man. He is 6'1", 190 pounds. He's a right shot defenseman. He has a lot of skill, it seems. Defensive game needs some work.
Yep. Sounds like something we know well here.
Kind of looking back as to when he was a kid. He's been playing. Now he's from Slovakia. He's been playing at a very high level, Harry, pretty much along the way. He's been older players playing with men at a young age, going to the Worlds, that sort of thing. As a young player, gets to New Jersey, is coming out of his entry-level deal. And I don't think it has been undeniable. That's fair to say. Last year he had 11 goals, or sorry, what do you have? 11 last year, 16 career goals. It's a work in progress, to be sure.
Yeah, this is not the finished product, or you're not trading the pile of assets they traded to get him. That is absolutely clear.
But he was stuck in Jersey a little bit.
He was blocked big
A
time.
little bit.
Like when you look at Dougie Hamilton and Luke Hughes, who they've given the bag to both, and one's the brother of your star top line center, the minutes on the right side aren't as choice as they could be in some other spots.
I don't blame you for thinking he is a forward.
He looks like one.
Because he looks like one. He wears number 17. He's on the ice. We had the highlight pack and we can run it. I put a new one in there, Jack. It's a little bit.
He's wearing 71. He's flipping it around in Calgary because, of course, our Igor is
Right,
also a devil that
to get this young man.
I can tell you, it is a first rounder next year. It's the Vegas Golden Knights draft pick in the first round in 2027. It's the first round pick in the Kadri trade from Colorado in 2028. It's a second round pick this year that belonged to the New York Rangers.
Let's pick 4 in the second round, I believe.
And Etienne Morin. Also coming in is Max Siplikov. Did you play with Vladimir?
I did.
Vladimir Siplikov's a child.
I don't know. I think Vitaly is his godfather. I didn't see the dad on the lineage, but I'll check again.
Who's Vitaly?
Well, that's the only guy that's tied to him on his account. So I think that might not be his dad. He's a pretty good.
Are you
kind
thinking
of
of
the Joker,
Vitaly
obviously.
Yakhmanev? Anyway, it's a big swing. It is what it is. There's 2 ways to look at it. So what's the price? I had a bit of sticker shock. Like, 2 firsts for this guy.
Yeah.
They are late firsts, we would imagine. They are top 10 protected. So if the bottom
Not
falls
in the
out,
top 10, I can tell you that, Dean.
if the bottom falls out on Vegas or Colorado to the extent it gets into the top 10, they're going to kick it down the road.
Yeah.
But you would suspect, okay, Vegas, maybe less so. This is the one thing we were kind of like, well, Vegas, they might shit the bed by the time these picks roll around. So it could be a high pick. Now that's New Jersey's discussion, I suppose, to have just how good that pick's going to be.
Right.
So they are late firsts. If I was told they packaged up 3 second rounders for Simone Nemec, I would feel a lot differently than if it was 2 firsts and a second.
Yep.
So that's me trying to make myself feel better because it's not that. It's 2 firsts and a second. But The batting average of those picks.
It's about the same as the second rounder.
Is
If they're going to
pretty-
be 25 to 32, it just is. And another way to look at it is when they get back for Uyghur. It was like a prospect in 3 seconds. 3 seconds this year ain't that dissimilar from a 15-year-old late first, a 16-year-old late first, and a second this year. Like, how do you feel about if it was Uyghur for Nemec straight up? Because it's not far off.
Yeah.
Like, does that? I think you'd love to do it.
You do it all
You
day.
get way younger.
Yeah.
You're trusting the fact. I mean, again,
They have to like this
we
guy
are
and
not
think there's more.
Simo Nemec experts,
Right.
So part of the issue becomes, well, what is he? You know, I sure as hell don't know, but they must believe that he's something. You're going to go that high in a draft?
Averaged 19 minutes 40 seconds of ice time with New Jersey while having
That's
other guys in that mix.
Yes,
Right.
yeah,
So
yeah.
you're still upwards of 20. Needs a contract.
RFA.
He's an RFA coming out of entry level. Represented Slovakia at the Winter Olympics in February.
Was excellent at the Olympics.
Helped Slovakia win bronze at the Winter Olympics in 2022 in Beijing. He has represented his country 3 times at the World Hockey Championships.
Should be comfortable playing if he's doing all that.
The one thing we keep hearing everywhere is the more this kid plays, the better he looks. And so 19, you're like, oh, okay, he's not dying on the third pair. But when he goes to the Olympics, he's arguably top pair, maybe their best D, and they're playing the S out of him. And he looks great. And that's an encouraging sign for the Flames, where it's like, you're in the Zach Whitecloud business as long as you want to be.
Right?
Like you're not blocked by guys you've committed max term huge money to on the right side.
That's better than failing for sure, but most guys play better the more they play.
Yeah, we said it about Dougie Hamilton when he got here. Like, why are the minutes not higher? Like, just play the piss out of him, let him make a few mistakes. He's going to be better in the long haul.
I think it's a good. Again, they trust that they know what they're going to do with this kid and where he's headed. It makes sense for Jersey with the guys that they've got there.
Yeah. I will. There's a word of caution here. I think his ask for a contract is going to absolutely make people's brains explode.
Yeah.
Like, he is going to want, on a deal with term, huge dough. And he hasn't earned it yet. And it's a really interesting risk reward that the Flames find themselves in. Do you bridge him and see what he is? Or do you give him the bag now? And maybe it's a value deal if he turns into the top pair guy.
What's the bag?
I mean, he wants the Luke Hughes deal, which is 9 a year. And I don't know that he's going to get it, but you can certainly ask.
What's the deal with these Hughes kids? Are they all just good and you're going to get it anyway? Or do they earn it? Like,
why don't we do this? Let's do a little bit more digging as much as we can to figure out what this guy's around. We did a kind of a quick show yesterday, and we had Mike Rupp, of course, former Devil, covers the Devils. He's on the NHL Network. He joined us. We'll give you a little bit, some snippets here of what he had to say, because he's been watching this kid for years now. It's the Insider Hotline. It's the guest hotline for Crystal Waters Plumbing and Heating, your crystal clear choice for home comfort. You can call 587-317-1551. You mentioned Barn Burner. You go in there, look for the what's going on with Barn Burner. They're going to take care of you. I was texting with Sean. I'll tell you about it later. But Crystal Waters Plumbing and Heating. It's the guest hotline. Here's Mike Rupp.
What is Simon or Simon Nemec at this point versus what the ceiling might be?
Yeah, so bear with me a second, because the first thing I'm going to say, it's going to probably not paint it out to be that great for Calgary. I want to pump the brakes on that, though, a second. Just speaking freely, there has been some chatter amongst New Jersey and New Jersey fans that, hey, how come Simon Nemec would be out of the lineup for stretches? And the things that maybe they saw Luke Hughes getting away with, just always back out there. And they said, well, why is Simon Nemec been treated differently? Some of that is true. I think there was a longer wick with Luke Hughes. I think the franchise decided that this is a cornerstone for us. And I think that was the right decision. I think he is an exceptionally better defenseman than Simon Nemec. Now, that doesn't mean that Simon Nemec cannot get better. I think you only have so many guys in your lineup that you can have just freewheeling and making mistakes and throwing them right back out there, right? So they kind of chose their guy. I think it was the right choice, but that kind of maybe leaves some murky waters on what Simon Nemec is long-term. The one thing we've learned about him, especially this past year, when he gets force-fed minutes, he's a different defenseman. And I would expect him to get force-fed minutes in Calgary. I'll say this. I don't believe today he is on a good team. I don't believe he's a top 4 defenseman. I don't know if he will be a top 4 defenseman on a good team someday. But there's still a lot of unknown in Simon Nemec. He has this ability to find the back of the net with his shot. He does a lot of things defensively that kind of frustrates me, but he just hasn't had those opportunities to grow through those things. So I know that may be a little bit of a negative breakdown of him, but we're not going to know until he gets his minutes, until he evolves and makes those adaptations into his game. Can he be a top 4 defenseman? Absolutely. He's drafted 2nd overall for a reason. Hopefully he finds his home there and is able to get to be a top pair defenseman in Calgary. But right now, he still has some work to do. And, he's a very unfinished product up at this point.
You mentioned I just wanted to ask, you had kind of mentioned there about the more minutes he gets, he is a different defenseman. Could you kind of elaborate that? Because we got Rhett Warner on our show, and he always talks about, I want minutes. Let me play minutes as opposed to barely getting out there. What does that mean for Nemec to play 20 plus?
So he's a minutes eater, like most defensemen are going to be, especially being picked that high, right? That's the only hockey he probably knew going up to getting drafted 2nd overall. And again, not to go back to New Jersey, but I think about this in the NHL too, just even as blue chip prospects that are forwards. You only have so many guys on the ice in your 18-man roster that you could just have carte blanche, just do whatever you want. The high-end guys, you can't do that with too many guys. You're never going to win hockey games. And they already had on a team, Luke was given that. Quite frankly, Dougie Hamilton, he kind of ad-libs quite a bit as well. So you didn't really have like a roster that allowed Simon Nemec to like learn through his mistakes. And so what I mean by him getting more minutes, he just feels the game better. Like he's more involved offensively. He'll jump, and he'll want to go as much as he possibly can. If he's got the green light to do it, he can make some things happen. He has this really great ability of being like that second wave on the attack, whether it's on the rush or even in zone. Just kind of, he likes to sneak in the play, top of the circles, and he's got a really good shot. The problems I have with him are more defensively. One of the things that jumps off the paper for me is his stick's never on the ice defensively. Like he carries it around horizontal, it's parallel to the ice, and it's just thinking the defensive zone. You got to have your stick down there, and pucks are gonna hit your stick by accident. And he doesn't defend hard, and so that would be the only thing that was maybe a big area that I think he can improve is defending. But what your question is, I mean, if he gets to feel the game, gets north of 20 every single night, I think he can certainly put up some offensive numbers.
So there you go. That's Mike Rupp joining us yesterday on the guest hotline for Crystal Waters Plumbing and Heating, your crystal clear choice for home comfort. AC time? Maybe. It doesn't. The next few days aren't maybe the best to judge whether you need an air conditioner in your home, but
today is.
Mine has already been on numerous times. Loving it. Crystal Waters Home Comfort, crystalclearcalgary.com. So a few things in there. Obviously, we talk about it. We're not the only ones, but when you're buying a player and a team is willing to sell that player, what do they know that we don't know? Mm-hmm. Why would New Jersey be selling a 2nd overall pick? Looking back at that draft, it was Slavkovsky at 1 and Cooley at 3. So surrounded by very good players. That's, I guess, just
was right 4 then? Is that the same draft, or am I crazy?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. That was the COVID.
Cutter Gauthier 5. So that's the age group. That's young players. So why are they moving on? Does that give you trepidation when you hear on a good team? He might be a top 4 someday. He's not right now.
That's Mike Rupp's opinion too.
It is Mike Rupp's opinion.
And he also talks about why this case, like he's just blocked there. Like they've committed to 2 right shot guys that have similar skill sets to him.
And I brought it up yesterday. I don't know if it has anything to do with anything, but Sheldon Keefe goes into New Jersey. It has been, we're winning today. We need to win right now. We've traded for Markstrom. We've given up a first. We've made. Let's go. We're winning. Yep. And if you're a young guy with offensive strengths and defensive lapses and that, you're maybe going to have a hard time winning over your coach. I don't know. But Sheldon Keefe strikes me as a guy who, if he has other options, and this guy's...
I don't know if the coach is that good. And I don't mean it to...
Yeah.
Yep. I mean, you look at it's an incomplete body of work. I don't know. Yeah. Like when we look back at Sheldon Keefe, is he a savant or was he just okay or was he bad?
Well, he had good teams in Toronto, did shit.
Right. And the teams in New Jersey...
supposed to be good in New Jersey, and they've
fallen on their face 2 lesser years.
And maybe it's the team, maybe it's the construction, maybe it's the usage. Who knows? for us in Calgary, it's what's Nemec going to be. And clearly they think that I don't know how to do it, Dean, because I'm not a mathematician.
It's okay.
Mathematician.
I'm more into geometry.
Right.
Is there an actual, like, when you do the odds on success for a player?
Yeah.
Is it a better stab taking Nemec at 22 than those draft picks? That's the math for the Flames.
And I think it's resoundingly Nemec, because if you look at the history of teams drafting 25 and beyond, where we think those picks are, and maybe it's 11 and this stings, but that's in your Klimchuk, Poirier swing and miss zone.
Yeah.
It really, and that's not like, oh, the Flames are bad at drafting. That's what it looks like when you pick 25 to 30. And yeah, there's the occasional guy that turns into a star, like in a rally at 30, or like, oh, look what Pasto went in the 20s. But generally speaking, the hit rate is very similar to a second rounder. Yeah. This is a second overall player who has star type tools that hasn't put it all together yet.
And I said it yesterday. And I think we're with Buffalo trade getting the 4th pick overall. As soon as the pick's made, it's less appealing for another team in ways. Do you know what I mean? Like it's that surprise. You're at the Christmas tree and there's
it's the mystery gift.
It could be anything.
The
What's in the
mystery
box?
gift is always so exciting, and then you get it. It's like, okay, well, can I use this? Do I need this?
So having a number 2 pick is way more exciting than having Simon Nemec.
Yeah, even though the player you take it to may not be as good in the end. I guess what it is to me too, and we don't need the cost. I think we agree. When these trades were getting done for, all these trades, use them to get someone good.
Yeah. And
they are late first. So you're kind of, is this the player? Because I think if you'd have said they're going to take a couple of these firsts and then maybe another second, of which they have a ton, and they're going to get somebody who's a recent top 5 draft pick. Fuck yeah. That's exactly what we want done.
Yep.
Could you have done it next? Is there another player in a year from now? Is there somebody else?
Always, but you have to manage how many people you're going to put on your.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, could they have used these assets to get Mason McTavish? Well, what are the risk rewards on that? Like what your point is exactly what we all agree with, which is you don't need a guy that just finished his 15-year-old season or 16-year-old season. Those are the first rounders from Colorado and from Vegas. This guy's 22 and about to head into his prime here. Do you want to wait to see if that late first round pick in 8 years is a player? Or do you want a guy right now that's ready to jump in? Like
I'm willing to wait if that guy's going to be a superstar. If that's, I think it's more about that.
Yeah. And so the question is like, which young guy was the bet? And I think Connie clearly likes this guy. Talked about his second half, had a monster Olympics. This is the horse he wanted to bet on.
And I was actually going to say that. Now Connie's head is on the block.
This is his big swing.
This is your move. Now you're in.
Yeah.
Right. Up until this point, it feels like, yes, we've dumped assets and it's been a tough job and you've done a great job of it. Now you're building.
This is how
you're building.
This is how you shape. This is how you're going to be judged.
Yeah. The selling's easy because the market is the market and you move veterans and get picks. Now what you do with the picks, the buildup is where you're going to be measured.
Yeah.
Anyone can sell.
Because you talk about New Jersey, the Sharon Govich, that was a great trade. The contract, not great. Kind of the same thing here. Even if you love the trade, what's this contract going to be? To your point, it's
going to be scary if it's got term
5? Is it 6?
On a bridge?
Is it? Yeah, like I guess I'm talking term.
Oh, I see.
Because right now they're not.
So if you believe,
you're not going to walk him to free agency, probably.
No, and I think he's just out of entry level, which means he won't have arb rights for a bit. So you could bridge him and see what he is. Yeah. But if you're the team that just placed the bet with these extra firsts and a second on this kid, you're really believing that he's going to get close to the ceiling you see for him. And if that's the case, I'm not surprised if they give him the bag.
What's the bag is the question.
Well, I told you it's the Luke Hughes deal. 9
Well, I don't know what Luke Hughes makes.
No, I think I said 9. I'll verify that. But that's huge money for a
9 seems high. I was like, if you do 8 and 8, go ahead.
And maybe the ask starts at 9 and ends up being 8 times 8.
Because, like we just said it, this is your build. You can't you can try to slow play it, but you either believe it or you don't.
You just went and got this guy for a reason.
And the other thing is, there's such a thing as ice time it means your coach trusts you and wants you out there. Well, this is an organizational sign, and it's a sign to your coach. You're playing him. This is not
Yeah.
Don't muck about. Don't muck about Husk.
Yeah.
22 a night, power plays.
Highest paid.
Use
team.
him and use him often.
Yeah.
So it sends a message to the kid. We really like you. Sends a message to the coach. You're going to have to use him. Whether it's wrong or right, I don't know.
This is that confidence thing. How much confidence do you have in your ability to read the market, everything else? Because unlike some, he's got one more year. We'll see how it goes. No, he needs a contract before he steps on the ice. You need, we talked about yesterday, what you're living with Elias Lindholm. You make this trade, well, 6 years, 7, how we got to pay him. Dougie Hamilton, a lot of these guys,
Hanifin.
You don't see them play for you until you have to either go all in or bridge it. You'd love to bridge it.
If he'll take a bridge,
but I don't know.
Well, here's the thing. If he turns into what you wanted him to be and what you thought he'd be, and you come out of the bridge and now he wants 12, not 8, it's like, shoot, we already bet on him. Why didn't we bet the contract too? But then if he doesn't pan out, I mean, this is now you got $20 tied up at $20 million a year with him and Huberdeau.
You know, I know how I feel. It's you try and bridge him, and if he's an all-world defenseman, you're happy to pay him.
Yeah,
I think so too.
Yep. I don't disagree with that at all. It's not like you're in a pinch where you're like, shoot, we could have saved $2 million and we need that $2 million.
Part of the reason that there's, well, it's odd because there's some crazy trades being made, but it's not because of cap space, is it?
No,
not right now.
No.
But and that's what I'm saying.
Kind of is
that
in a
the
weird
cap
way.
now is going up so much that you maybe are worrying less and less about
the number.
Yeah,
I think that's actually the case to go long term with them, where it's like, shoot, $9 million seems like a lot, and then you're like, when the cap's $130 million halfway through this deal, that's going to feel like a $5 million defenseman.
Well, I'm sure you can put I don't know what percentage a number 5 defenseman gets from your
and he's not a 5. You don't make this trade for a 5.
I'm just saying at worst.
Yeah. Like that's your floor. Yeah.
The other part of it is he is a right shot defenseman with some holes in his defensive game. It's going to take some work. He got blocked in New Jersey. How do he and Zane Parekh coexist? Of course they can. Is it harmonious? There have been instances where like-styled defensemen don't always mesh. Erik Karlsson goes to San Jose with Brent Burns. Both guys want the puck all the time. And that is the one thing, again, just doing some reading over the course of yesterday and into the evening. This guy loves the puck.
Yeah.
Give me the puck. And once I get it, I might give it back, but I'd rather just hang on to it. There's one of them out there, one puck. It can right shot, high octane offense, we think. You happy having 2? Do you need 2?
I think they're children, and we have no idea what they're turning into.
You're in the collect good young players.
My kid just went to kindergarten. I don't know what.
Is he a doctor or a lawyer? Like, give it time,
right?
But they have similar traits to Dean's point,
which is fine. And guess what? If it doesn't work, and if they're both really good, and it's not working because they're either it works and they're together or it doesn't. But if they're both good, who the hell cares? Trade them.
There was an interesting tidbit from Connie's Avail. In the year-end meetings, Parekh suggested he prefers playing the left side.
Yeah, I've said that all along. I don't understand this right-left.
And he obviously can do both, which is great. And you talk about it, you're like, I don't get it. But in today's NHL, there aren't a lot of guys that are comfy playing both.
That's a frickin' Babcock thing, by the way.
It probably is.
It was.
Yeah. Like, I know the Olympic teams, it was always like, the rights are here, lefts are Babcock. But you would have I'm totally out to lunch this. I don't have any clue. As an offensive guy that likes handling the puck and making plays, and I'm talking about Parekh now, do you see a righty on his offside allow him to just
it does whatever the guy's comfortable with, right?
And
like,
so
don't I'm not meaning it in a rude way.
No, and I just don't know. That's why I'm asking.
If he likes playing the left side, play the left side.
And
who cares?
Dino, to your question, like if you've got 2 offensively gifted guys and Zane just naturally slides to the left, does it feel less clunky or duplicate? You know what I mean?
I'm more with I haven't played. I don't know the challenges of playing your off wing. We watched TJ Brody for years.
Yeah, he'd flop around.
Need to be on the off wing. He wasn't as good as on the other side. So I don't know.
They don't have to play together.
And Brett did play the left a fair amount down the stretch, which surprised me because I'm like, geez, he's like, it's his first season and you're making the vet stay on their national. And I'm like, okay, that's impressive. He can do it. It looks like.
Well,
And it was only a dozen games at the end. or
yeah, but
whatever
if
it is,
it's impressive. But if that's where he's more comfortable, then
perfect, even better. Yeah.
Give her. Don't beat that about the head.
Yeah. Okay. Don't overthink it.
No.
What?
And even the defending part. What's defending nowadays?
Get it out of your zone.
Yeah, like that is one of the big metrics. I never heard it discussed ever.
Like retrievals and
15
exits.
years.
Yeah.
How long's the puck been in our end? I don't know. Probably 2 minutes if I'm out there.
Boy, he can defend. Look at him defend for minutes. You're like,
I
iced it, so it's coming back.
we can change that.
but-
prices back then.
that's kind of a new metric is
Yeah.
we don't want the puck in our end for
Mhm.
I think they even have it down to the second. You got 4 seconds to get
Yeah.
Whatever. You can get metrics of retrievals and zone exits, and that'll tell you how easily a guy gets out of his own end. That's what killed Toronto last year. They sucked at those two things.
so
If you remove Perek, how long's it been since the Flames have had what is deemed to be a highly offensive blue liner?
Probably Gio the year he won the Norris, but even that guy wasn't.
But
a
he
young,
wasn't.
exciting
Yeah,
one,
it
right?
was
It was this weird late evolution to his
Yeah.
game.
like Dennis Weidman was
this
kind
is a
of
nice
Yeah.
It's new, right?
it's a nice setup. You can see what Conroy's doing.
Mm-hmm. And if for some reason these two puzzle pieces you can't fit in together, well, geez, if you've got two really good offensive defensemen, you'll be able to move one. Whatever.
Yeah.
Collect good young players. You are not a piece away from a cup.
Highly talented players, good.
Yeah.
Stumbling, bumbling Warners, not good.
Well,
Like
and
I
it-
don't know how they defend against McDavid, but if they can skate, you've got a better chance.
Mhm. And like Rupp says, oh, like his stick's not in the right spot. Like, great, that's teachable. That's not a fatal flaw. Like
The
I can't
problem with
skate.
that being
Like, it's like-
teachable is I guarantee you that the people have tried to
well,
teach
yeah,
it.
it's
Yeah,
not like
and so if you have a shorter leash than the other guys, and you make it like I think you can absolutely teach. some
that's the
stuff.
only thing I caution a bit is, well, Flames paid a lot to get him. They're going to be invested in him succeeding. Well, Devils spent a second overall pick. They
Mhm.
had reason
Yeah,
for him to work out and
yeah.
improve.
The
There's
Luke Hughes
truth
thing's
to both
interesting.
sides, and
Yeah.
that's
It's like
the other thing. And again, I'll go back to Rod the Bod. Taylor Hall looked
Yeah.
unbelievable.
Yeah.
Like
reborn.
coaching makes a difference in the investment from the players.
Yeah.
Right. Do I like playing for this guy? Does he like me? Does he trust me? Am I out there? Like that's
Yeah.
going to matter too.
It's
It's
certainly
not so much about
Yeah.
the structure and the system. Does he like me? Do I like him? Am I going to put in my effort? Am I going to listen to this coach when he tells me to put my stick on the ice?
Right.
Yeah.
That
And he had gotten to a point with New Jersey where it was politely suggested that a change of scenery was best. And I think the Luke Hughes thing's a weird one because I think everything he wanted, Luke got. And it was like, well, shit,
some jealousy.
why isn't this me?
yeah.
And
Yeah.
so the change of scenery piece, I think, is big here. If they didn't have a Luke Hughes, I don't think they're cutting bait on this guy. I
No.
think he's re-signed already, and
No chance.
there's a longer leash for mistakes. There also is the thing you noted where we kept looking at cup odds, like, why is Jersey like top 5 to win the cup again? Like,
Yeah.
and it's like if you're coaching that team with expectations of a deep run, there's less runway for mistakes. You're just going to bench a guy if he's making more mistakes. Where it's like here, what are the expectations for the Flames next year? They're going to be another top 5 pick probably. Like,
Top.
learn,
Top.
play, and learn. Play the piss out of these kids and let them figure it out.
So does this suggest to you maybe now the Flames may be taking a
100%.
forward?
100% changes my opinion.
Kind of does, right?
Why would?
Yeah,
Yes.
and then also the moves we've seen in the top 6 by teams make me wonder about the order we thought was going to happen if it's happening. Like I don't know that San Jose's taken Chaser at 2 after we're seeing the trade yesterday. Whereas if you'd asked me 3 days ago, I'm like, yeah, they need D. They're not going to get cute. They're going to go get their favorite D. Well, now they got to pick a 9, and you're like, there's still a good D there.
Maybe
Like
some
you'll
D.
get a Verhoff, you'll get a Rudolph, maybe a Smits. Like there's going to be good D at 9. So maybe they're taking Stenberg because they just moved out Eklund.
This San Jose team is going to be.
It's like,
Yeah.
I was joking with my Oilers pals. I'm like, Connor better ask to get to San Jose because I think we're going to see Celebrini lift that thing a ton. Like you just look at how quickly it's happened, what Mike Greer's been able to assemble in terms of a war chest of young players, the cap space they've got, the way he plays, like 115 points this year. Like they're going to be a problem for a long time.
They have 3 first rounders.
It's
on
insane.
Friday.
Again,
Like that was the last team that needed to win the second lottery ball to go up to 2.
and Dickinson last year.
Yes.
Dickinson was rated top 5 for a long
Yeah.
time.
And they got this big Russian galoot Chernyshov or whatever, and he's ready to step into the top 6.
They moved up to 2 in the draft lottery. Here's the trade. We'll talk about it. They got the 9th yesterday, and they had the 20. They actually moved down to 27 from 20.
Yes.
In the wall, they got that pick in the Wallman trade, and they brought in Kesselring in that
Yes,
deal.
they got a depth defender, which helps them. Perfect.
So only 3.
For a team that just made a huge jump from basement to like just missing the playoffs.
I like what he's doing too. He seems
really good.
patient.
Yeah.
Because you could have looked at this season and said, well, I'm going to make a trade and I'm going to get a.
We're close to being in the playoffs. We need to get in. Let's go.
Yeah. And I'm still not taking that off
Yeah.
the table. Like if they can get Zach Werenski for one of those 2 high picks, I think you got to do it.
Werenski's
But I mean,
different.
but
But he's
patience
been
last
patient.
year.
Yeah. I've loved what he's done.
Don't spend picks at the deadline to try and.
Just the Wallman thing itself, you look at it, he takes a second with him from Detroit because Stevie Y cools on Wallman, and a year and a half later, he moves him for a first to Edmonton. Like just that alone, you're like, that's great asset management.
Well, that's
And it's like, thank you, Stevie Y, and thank you, Edmonton.
Capital Automotive Group, it's Capital Chev, capitalchev.ca, 13103 Lake Fraser Drive in the Southeast. One of our buddies was sniffing around there yesterday. Buddy Bonton, he's like, oh, kind of looking around, maybe. I'll get you hooked up with my boy. Talk to Claire. Calgary's truck destination, Capital Chev. Deep lineup, hardworking Silverados, Sierras, SUVs, everyday commuters. You've maybe heard about the $99 lease. That's real. Big inventory, competitive pricing. Team that knows how to keep things simple, whether you need something built for winter roads or summer road trips. Kind of place where you walk in curious, you're leaving confident and happy. It's trucks, it's deals, a no-nonsense experience, just the way Calgary likes it. 13103 Lake Fraser Drive in the Southeast. It's Capital Chev. Capital. So yeah, there were some other things. It was, you kind of talked about the excitement level. We did the kind of the impromptu thing there to cover the Flames trade. By the time that was done, it's like, ooh, there's another thing going on here. Oh, and then another. It was a 4-banger, and I don't recommend that if you go for the dogs at Costco. But yesterday, not too shabby. Where do we want to go chronologically?
Yeah, let's do that.
I don't know what that means. That's like what'd you say?
Loquacious.
Loquacious.
Yeah,
Is that the same?
No.
a little different. Yeah.
We'll do it
But
chronologically, loquacious.
Yeah, but Bo Byram, maybe he is. Bo Byram is a Chicago Blackhawk. A huge trade with the Buffalo Sabres.
This is what I think is the most lopsided deal I've seen in a decade.
This
is Chiarelli level. What the hell's going on?
I don't know what you're doing in Chicago. Who's the GM in Chicago?
Kyle Davidson, but
Holy
honestly, the
heck.
way he's going, it looks like he's applying to be the Oilers GM because this is batshit crazy. I have not seen a deal this lopsided in a long time.
What's your rationale? Like, I got a buddy that's there, and I want to phone him and say, what the?
Well, let's watch. Well, I'll kind of lay out what it is.
Yeah.
So Bo Byram is
Good
25. He was playing with Rasmus Dahlin for a good chunk of the season in Buffalo, had a career high in goals with 11 points, 42 points in 82 games. So good numbers. Greenway is final year of a $2 million per.
Shit.
He's just,
I'm
he's
sorry.
This is a cash dump.
he's
and
a
he's not
depth
worth the money.
banger. I don't.
He is shit.
This is a
He
bad
looks like
contract.
he's asleep 90% of the time.
Thank you, Rhett.
On the flip, we know what the first round pick is high.
I
It is
shouldn't
the
say those things. I'm sorry.
It's the 4th overall pick on Friday night. There's a second rounder in there as well. And Louis Crevier, who is
Beast.
he's a young defenseman. He's what, 6'8".
6'8", 235. And he had 25 points last year. It's not nothing.
Kind of his first full season, 25 points in 78 games. So he goes into that Buffalo blue line. But it's a 4th overall pick. And the other kicker is with Bo Byram is he kind of needs a deal. He's in the final year of his
They
contract.
have that figured out.
Well, I don't disagree. He's going to get his deal. I just wonder how bad of a deal it's going to be because he identifies as a 1, but everywhere he goes, he's a 3-4.
Whoa.
Like,
How do you step in front of Rasmus? Oh my God.
Power and
Dahlin,
Dahlin,
yeah.
I think, are better to him. And maybe I'm off on Power.
The thing about Colorado, because I saw what you were saying. Remember, he was injured. He was a risk for concussions, and because when it first came available, it's like, well, why would the Flames go get this guy?
Yeah,
This guy
should have.
Well, geez, is he going to be healthy? Or you're going to have to give up big time assets to get this guy who's a constant risk of being injured. He played 82 games in each of the last 2 seasons.
Terrible.
So, assuming that he can now,
I think he's lost the hurt bag tag.
move on from that.
Yeah.
he made 6 1/4,
I think he's probably asking for 10, 11 men.
25, first round
Mhm.
Stanley Cup
4th
winner.
overall.
Yep.
I think he's a hell of a defenseman. I
Yeah.
don't understand what Chicago's doing. Just where I said Mike Greer in San Jose is doing it right.
Yes.
Chicago's effing this up royally.
You are
What
not
is your
one piece
rush?
away. What are you doing?
They are doing an Edmonton type thing where we have to keep Connor happy. Same fucking name.
It's
Connor,
true.
Connor's upset. Kid, we're going to build this fucking team so that we're good for a decade, not a year. Like, it sure seems like that's what. Thank you, Dean. God, that's a terrible trade.
And it makes Connor go, shoot, like we weren't a buy him away. Like, are we going to be good soon? I don't know that they're good soon.
Here's one of the things that I read online. It's how did they get here? So Chicago at 4, they want Stenberg. They're looking at San Jose at 2. They're going to take a D.
Yeah.
And at 3, they want the center. Could we get Stenberg to play with? Now all of a sudden, San Jose does this trade, which we haven't talked about yet. But they trade.
You get 9.
Well, they're going to need. They traded out Willie. Are they going to take Stenberg now at 2, which leaves us choosing from a defenseman probably? Let's spend the pick and get a guy who's 25, not 18. That helps us. He's a little bit closer.
Terrible. They're not close.
They're not close at all.
That's the problem. It's the trade makes sense if you're San Jose and you're close. Well, we need a defenseman. Okay, well, this helps us get. We're going to.
It would make them better this season.
You can try and argue. You know you're wrong.
I don't agree. I'm
better than what? The second worst team in the league? Yeah.
No. It would be better. You'd be better with Bowen Byram than you would be with one of the guys.
You don't need to be better this year. You're not making the effing playoffs.
Yeah.
Well,
both of you are right.
To your point about if you're trying to show Bedard, if you want.
Yeah, but
Bedard
that's your problem. Just sit. If Connor's this upset already, then what are we talking about? We have to build this team.
Let me ask you
a
this.
horseshit job of it.
If it was just number 4 for Bo Byram, is it fair? Should Chicago be going with the younger guy who isn't expensive yet anyway? Never mind the horrible contract of Greenway. Never mind the 6'8", 230-pound defenseman who is just starting to figure out the NHL and at 25 points. Never mind the second rounder. Like, even just number 4 for this player, I don't think is good for Chicago, because what Rhett's saying, their timeline doesn't make sense.
That's the biggest thing. What's your timeline? Like, is Bowen Byram needed there because they've got young defensemen? And I think they do, but it still doesn't make sense. It's why are you rushing the process and giving? So your analysis is probably right.
It's not mine. It's
I know,
it's
but
people trying to figure out what the hell this.
But
trade
everyone
is.
can think that through. Where San Jose is probably now. We traded Eklund. It's a smart trade by Greer because now I can get the really maybe the number 1 pick at number 2 and a defenseman. This is gravy train shit for San Jose.
Yep.
Well, and now Chicago. Oh shit.
Yeah,
that's our guy. Well, we're gonna have to take a D. So you trade for a D? Makes no sense.
What are the odds Chase Reed, if he's available at 4, is better than Bowen Byram in 3-4 years? I think it's pretty high.
Yeah,
at least just going back to he doesn't even have to be better because you gave up the other stuff.
And he's on entry level. And you can go sign someone in free agent trade. Like, this makes no sense to me. This is insane.
Yeah, that rationale would make more sense if they traded the 4 for a forward. If the goal was, we want somebody to play with Bedard, it was going to be Stenberg. Oh shit! Now he's going at 2. We're going to have to take a D.
Yeah, like if they move 4 to get Brady somehow, and
then don't go trade for a.
And again,
makes no sense.
Oh, I don't know.
They have Alex Vlasic, who's 25. Wyatt Kaiser, 20. This is Chicago on that blue line. Lev Shunov, they took.
He's going to be good,
but he's 20.
Again, a bit of a reach there.
Rinzel, 21.
I think
Korchinski, 22.
That'd be fun.
They got a lot of young.
It was Demidov, so I wanted them to take there. Imagine him playing.
Yeah, they took
Bedard.
Took him over Demidov.
Yeah.
So drafting. So when you look drafting an 18-year-old defenseman, you have a lot of guys that you're going to have to fit in. I can't make it make perfect sense.
It doesn't make sense.
It doesn't. Just 4. I think we'd all say no. That's not.
Boy, and we talked.
Never mind the rest.
Yeah.
Remember when Cousins and Norris got swapped, and we heard there was a second rounder moving? And you're like, well, that's got to be Ottawa giving to Buffalo because you prefer Cousins. He's got cost control. He's not as injury prone. You're like, no, Buffalo's giving the second to Ottawa with. You're like, what?
Good on Buffalo. Now they're on the other side of it.
They're winning now.
Now of the head scratcher, they're not scratching their head.
If
on.
you're
Well, it was
What
Totally.
I have yet to hear, and I would love to hear the rationale. I mean, I guess the rationale is we're getting a good defenseman. Okay, well, where are you positioned that this guy's helping you?
You can go buy nice things, but did you pay double what it should cost you? That's a problem. You should be.
It
Asset
appears to me
management
that
matters.
other than and even the we're appeasing Connor
Mhm.
It's not
doesn't
working.
make sense.
No, it doesn't.
You know what appeases hockey players? Winning teams. I don't know that this helps you that much longer.
And if he's that big a pain in the ass, get him out of there. Trade him and restock everything. Like God.
And if Connor's like, I don't think this GM knows what he's doing, like somebody offer sheet me. I'm signing anything. Let's go.
And you look at this here. Well, it's what I'm looking at is that Chicago D, and I just kind of rolled out those names. There's some other guys there, but we can debate whether Bowen Byram is he a 3, is he a 4, is he a 2? He's going to have to be their number 1 from the
That's
looks
the
of
thing.
shit here,
Yeah.
and he's not.
He's never
He's
been
not a
that.
number 1 D.
I don't. Maybe he
He's a-
can be. I'm
and you know
not
what?
against him being a
Yeah.
number 1, but it's irrelevant. You could have picked a number 1 at 4 and still been shit for 2 years and kept restocking and not. And it's like it
It shouldn't be a dump on Bowen Byram Fest. He's a
No.
good player.
Yeah.
They just gave up way too much for him. And
They-
so whether he's a 2, a 3, or maybe a 1, you still should have kept 4 and found someone that you get to watch develop into an ace. You might have the first pick of any D in this crop.
And we don't know what Crevier is. Maybe Chicago determines we've got enough guys in this 22 to 25 pocket. We're letting one of them go in this trade.
It's a
Crevier's
hell of a guy
the
to get thrown in if you're Buffalo. I'll tell you that. 6'8", 235.
they just
Like that's a
they
project
got
I'm happy to
Kesselring
figure out.
back.
Yeah.
That one's confusing to me.
That is the head.
Not for
scratcher.
Buffalo.
No, I think
Not for
that's-
Buffalo.
Like Yarmo/Yarko looks really really savvy here.
Now I'm interested. What are they doing it for?
Me too.
That is, that's the pivot for sure. They can certainly pick at 4 if they want. That's
And they also got another $2 million. Like they actually carved out a lot of cap space with this as well. So do you revisit Tuck, or is it like no, we were cooking on something else, or is it like, hey, this number 4 pick? I bet you Winnipeg would like that. Can we get Hellebuyck here? They can do all kinds of things right now if you're Buffalo.
Dumb Chicago. Come on, fellas. No one's saying this was
no. There's
like my
you're
hot take.
squinting to try and make it make sense for Chicago. That's about as close as it seems.
What's
to get.
Kyle Davidson's history?
It's incredibly young and has made a lot of mistakes, I think. It reminds me of Chaika's first job. I
Oy.
think eventually he'd be a good GM. It hasn't been that yet.
So whether or not any of that is tied to the fact that because the other trade that there were 2 still we haven't gone to, the 9th overall pick that was acquired by the Ottawa Senators in the Brady Tkachuk deal, it gets spun off
Again.
for William Eklund
Mhm.
and a couple of prospects. But William Eklund is kind of the centerpiece for the Ottawa Senators to start to
Filled it.
replace the hole left by Brady Tkachuk. So there it is. It's the first for Eklund and these other 2 gentlemen.
I think that's a good trade by both teams. I think we're underestimating. Well, I don't know. My initial thoughts are that Eklund is underestimated as to how good he can be.
Agreed.
He feels like a senator. And I don't know what that means. It feels like he can fit in there with the likes of Stutzla and Batherson and those guys.
And he played with Zetterlund, I believe, before he went to the Sens at a deadline either
Yeah, he
last
was-
year or a year ago. And it's like,
Yeah.
And look, if he has to replace Brady Tkachuk, this is going to go poorly. If he
It's a
just goes and
different job.
plays himself, this is a nice player. Is
And
it a
this-
little expensive?
Yeah.
Okay, but that 9 overall pick doesn't help you make the playoffs this year. This guy will.
The other thing is too, they had this is an expiring asset that they got. We talked about it with Steve Stales. You've got to do some buying
Yeah, before Friday.
before Friday.
Yeah.
He does some quick canvassing of the league. This is maybe one of the best forwards that could be available. All right, move on to the picks.
young, cost control,
fits. Yeah,
Where was he drafted? Fairly
I
high.
think he was a top 6, I think.
he was a first round.
So I mean, this is a player that's coming into it.
15
So
goals last year,
it makes
53
sense.
points.
53 points ain't nothing, guys.
No.
That's impressive.
I think he's going to be good, and I think it's a good trade for Ottawa. And San Jose is in the driver's seat
Yeah.
as far as the league goes.
Yeah.
If you look at where San Jose and Buffalo were a year ago and the seasons they had and how much they impressed us, and now look how they control the top of this draft, like those are the 2 biggest players for me right now.
Yeah.
Because I don't think Toronto's going to put 1 in play. Vancouver is so barren in the cupboards, they have to use their picks. But these two teams are absolute wild cards, and there are big names out there.
Yeah. Another team to keep an eye on, not quite to that height in the draft, is the St. Louis Blues. As they make a trade yesterday, Jordan Kyrou, who feels like he's been in the trade
For 3
wins
years?
for years.
Is he in a doghouse or what? Like,
I don't know, and he's a good player.
He had 18 goals this year. In the 3 years prior, had 30 plus.
Yeah, down year, they didn't score a lot. He was producing chances but not finishing them. He'll bounce back.
He's halfway through an 8-year deal that pays him $8.125 million per season. Going the other way is Connor McMichael. He's 25, had 14 goals last year, a down year for him as well. He had 26, I guess, a couple years ago. He's an RFA, but this is probably one of the things. You get a player that you can put into the lineup and the first-round pick. So the Blues now have 4 first-rounders on Friday, if my math is correct.
Yes, they do.
They pick at 11. They pick at 15, which is Detroit's pick that came in the Justin Falk trade. The 16th pick here, and pick 29 that came from Colorado for the Shen deal. Originally, it was the Colorado pick, but it came.
It went over in the Nelson
Brock
deal
Lobster
a
deal,
couple years ago. Yeah,
so with 4 picks,
that's incredible.
And no one really knows who's. Is it still Armstrong?
Steen's taken over as of July 1, so I'm
Yeah.
sure they've passed the baton. And yeah, it's weird because every guy that you thought was a core piece in St. Louis has been in trade rumors.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, we might trade Parayko. We might trade Robert Thomas. We might trade Kyrou. It's like, who's safe here?
They should probably now just trade all of those guys. Now it makes sense for Parayko and Thomas for sure. You look at who's kind of there now. In net, Hofer's 25.
Yeah.
Snuggerud is 22. He had a breakthrough. Holloway 24. Neighbors is 24. Broberg is 24.
Yeah. Turned it over.
Parayko's 33. You can't all be young guys, but if you were going to get something, they did trade Parayko. He didn't waive his move.
And Bennington's a guy that if they could get something in return, never mind have to like give them away.
Yeah.
I think they do that too.
So did the Blues spend 4 picks? Are they Ruck?
I'm curious.
Are they in the Ruck Twins sweepstakes with this many picks?
So give me the numbers of the picks again. 11, 15, 16, 20.
11, 15, 16, 29.
I think you try to move into the top 10 or get another pick in the the really low double digits. Like, they're not a bad team and they have some decent prospects. I don't think it's like we're going to ride with 4 prospects that have a hit rate of 50%. I think you'd rather take 2 cuts and have a 75% chance of getting a hit. But maybe they do what other teams are doing and say, we'll turn these guys into players now.
Mm-hmm.
I'm confused by them.
They have all kinds of options with 4 picks in round 1, and they've been very confusing with we're contenders, we're selling, he's on the block, now he's not, he is, he's not, tried to trade you, you didn't waive. Like, they're all over the map. And
it feels like maybe now, okay, now you're picking a lane. If
you're picking a lane, but 4 is too many.
4 is too many.
Yeah.
And it is weird with the Ruck Twins. It's kind of the drawback to have one, you need both, and to get both, it's 2 assets. So to get, in a way, 1 asset, it costs you 2 picks. They're positioned to do it. I don't know that that's why they go and make these trades.
No.
Obviously, it can't be, but
I don't think you want to take a Ruck in the top 16, and the first one might be gone by 20.
Very rarely do we ever see it work out. Sometimes you'll see a team that'll hit twice on picks in a first round.
Yeah, like Getzlaff and Perry.
Yeah,
and it changes the franchise.
And that was Hall of Fame stuff. That one.
Yeah.
But a lot of times, we got 3 picks for it. This is going to change our franchise. It
Klimchuk and Poirier.
Rarely ever.
Yeah.
Remember Boston with
Yep.
Their 3 first rounders.
Yeah, Zaboral and DeBrusk, and they left like Kyle Connor. And
you have to make the right picks. It all comes to
it. Can
you either do it? It either is going to turn out amazingly or shit.
Yeah, it was Zaboral, DeBrusk, and Sinishin, I believe. 3
That's
in a
right.
row.
Yeah,
and
Sinishin.
the next 3 picks after were Kyle Connor, Thomas Chabot, and Matthew Barzal. And you're like, oh my God.
Yeah. Not ideal. So that was yesterday.
And there's still more business.
And before that, it was the Brady Tkachuk deal.
Yes.
Jason Robertson's name is very much front and center.
You've said Robertson.
I still am going to keep saying Zach Werenski's name until he's not moved. They said they're going to talk with him after the draft, and that feels stupid.
Well, it feels like bullshit to me.
Yeah, and maybe it is. But if they're actually saying, no, we'll go to the draft, and then after we'll meet with you, like, wouldn't you want to know before the draft?
I want to know
where
what's
things are
going
at?
on in Columbus then. Like, is it a Bones thing? Or really?
I think this is a Zach Werenski's not going to resign their thing, and I don't think he's a part of the problem.
So we've praised the American team for winning gold medal. They have a wonderful job. How many of these guys are like, I'm not playing for you?
a lot, apparently.
Holy Christ.
Yeah, because it's Quinn, it's Larkin,
Hellebuyck?
it's Hellebuyck, it's Werenski,
Well, and
it's
Kachuk?
Brady.
it seems to kind of be working. These guys are obviously elite level players who are now saying, well, you could try and call your shot if you want, but I've got 2 years left, maybe in the fun. Why wait?
And if you're the team selling 2 years, you can get a really nice haul and not worry about having a gun to your head with, oh, I'm only going to this one team. Like 2 years gives you the chance to recoup assets in a good way. I would want to have that chat with Zach Werenski before round one on Friday night.
You've won the Norris. You have 2 years left. Okay, then if you're not staying, may as well get you the hell out of here. Because the other part we've talked about, you want that guy in your room.
And it's like,
So
if
are
someone's
you leaving
going to
this week or next month, or because you're not.
So let's
There's
say
a lot in. Sorry, Ryan, but just the Bones conversation,
Mhm.
or
that was telling.
there's something there.
Mm-hmm.
There's some like they're terrible. Or not as good as they should be. He goes in and they're unbelievable.
Go on a heater.
And then he says that at the end of the year,
Ran out of steam.
something.
Yeah. Oh, big time. I think that's.
And I'm not
It
saying
went
it's
from best-
Werenski.
Yeah, it went from best ever to worst ever
Yeah, they were like,
in
what, 17, 1 and 2 or
in
something.
about 10 days.
And then they're in a playoff spot. They got over the hump. They climbed the mountain and completely fall on their face for the last 2 weeks. And maybe it's a green group that ran out of gas, but then he says all this stuff and you're like, he's really taking like shots at the culture and the DNA of his players.
If I'm back, some of these guys won't be.
And Jenner's going to go to free agency. He's been their captain.
What?
And it'd be hard to imagine that Rick Bowness has more sway with ownership than Zach Werenski, but it speaks to that's not a harmonious situation.
No, which is odd because usually if you're going that well,
Yeah.
you got a coach comes in and you turn it on and you're playing that good. And at the end of the year, you kind of piss your pants a little bit, but then Bones comes out like it's an odd.
I think Werenski's either A part of the problem, which I don't think is high probability, or B, sees what Bones sees and says, we're not going to win here.
Yeah, that's the two possibilities.
And so let's say you have next week you try to move him. You're like, wouldn't you want the first you're going to get for him on Friday? You're going to wait another year now before these turn into players?
Well, you
Okay.
could go trade for the first that somebody else just picked.
Suppose
It's the same thing. It's what I said
It's
earlier.
the picks are sexier than
Yeah.
the pro. Yeah, I wouldn't have picked him there. I would have had someone else. And now it's like, well, this team wants to do a deal, but I didn't love his first round pick.
There's also talk about Kirill Marchenko there. He's 25.
Yes.
He's making 3.85. This is the last year. And then he's got Arbrights as an RFA.
Yeah.
And he is one of their top guys.
And if you've had a talented Russian that succeeded in Columbus and went right to you with him and he walked for nothing, you might have a little scar tissue there. I'm talking about Panarin.
Yeah. Marchenko had 27 goals and 67 points in 76 games. If he's got some Arbrights in a year from now,
Oh, you might be 10.
you want to play, you
This
want
is
to pay
the
him, but
shits for teams because
Business got harder for sure.
they're just tell you I'm not.
it does feel, and
Even-
we've talked about it, and I
There's
don't
a
know,
shift here.
but it feels like haves and have-nots are
Yes.
starting to
Yes.
because and you talked about it. I agree with you. I just because the cap's going up doesn't mean every team is spending to it. There's going to be some teams that are just going to no, we're not.
There's going to be teams trying to spend the cap. They can't get there because the UFA crop sucks and guys don't want to go there. That's going to happen
Mhm.
this year. You're going to see stupid money July 1. These guys are going to be like, shit. Like the Leafs have $22 million in cap space. When was the last time they were dry humping the cap?
Crazy.
That number might be different after Rad. I don't know. But we're not in an era where everyone's squeezed to the cap and it's like, we're going to have to get rid of a good player because we can't afford him. Like most teams have kept their guys. There are no good free agents minus a couple. It's like no one thinks Ovi's going somewhere else.
No.
Like,
But
it's,
how are you manage your team back to Columbus?
Yeah.
So you have to manage your team and the fear that the guy that's having success and you want to keep is going to.
Yeah, we've drafted well. One of our early picks. He had
We have a
breakthrough,
Norris
27
Trophy
goals,
winner.
Norris Trophy winner.
Get me the hell out of here.
And maybe he doesn't want out, but I just heard the whispers too much.
It just seems to be, yeah.
And again, those guys on that American team. If you are pro rights for players, this is sensational. Just because someone steps on a podium and says your name does not mean you're their property for a decade. And if you ever leave,
You sign a contract, you're supposed to be.
right. But just this notion that it's like, ooh, you asked out. It's like, no, I've done what I've told you I'm going to do, and I've produced at an elite level. And now I have the right to say, after giving you 8 years of great hockey, I'd like to play somewhere else.
That's all fine and good till the owners say enough for your bullshit. We're the bosses.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Because that eventually will be the hammer that might have to come down and say, whoa. Because, wow.
I just think the horses are out of the barn. Like you see it in other leagues. This is very commonplace, and it's just starting.
Yeah, but is
to
that
get
what
into
you
hockey.
want?
I don't know if it's what you want or it's just happening. I don't think you want it.
Yeah,
but
but
it's
as an
happening.
owner, you could, like Gary has controlled this. He's steered this ship pretty tightly. Like,
Yeah.
he really has.
I just don't know what you can put in structurally to stop it. Like to your point earlier, it's like you can definitely play hardball with Dylan Larkin and make him come back. Is that good for your team?
No.
It's a tough spot, right?
Just looking here, Jarmo Kekalainen is having his availability.
So you got a stogie and a bottle of champagne with him?
It says tried to convince Bo and Byram to stay, but he was not going to negotiate or resign.
Good.
You
Even
don't
better
need
that
to
you got that.
justify
Hole.
anything. You got
Yeah.
number 4.
Yeah, if that was a distressed asset, then the gun was next to your head. That's the greatest trade in the history of the
I thought
NHL.
you were going to get
It's
that.
already a hosing.
Yeah.
He also said he expects Tuck to go to UFA
Okay.
on July 1. They have picks 4, 20, and 45. Obviously, 45th is the second, but that's so 3 in the first 45 and 21.3 million in cap space.
Remember, they're up against it with the cap. They need a Benson extension, which I think they'll make long term because he looked really good in the playoffs. The coming out party for him, but there's still lots of money. Go get Hellebuyck. That would be so fun.
Hellebuyck has to agree. Doesn't
And you know what? He's a guy that liked Winnipeg. I heard someone talking about it, like, I don't think Hellebuck's the guy that wants to go to LA and deal with traffic. He's not that guy. There are a lot of guys that love that. He's not that.
That sounds like me. That's the only reason I haven't gone down there.
Right. Well, I know they've been
KTLA,
asking.
all those radio stations, TV stations, they've been trying to get me there for years. Like, is there a helicopter?
There's a lot of
Can I
other
chop
teams
her
in
in and out?
Buffalo that don't have traffic though, that would like Hellebuyck. I'm not. Hey,
I
trust
don't.
me.
Yeah, and then you know Buffalo. I've never been there. I think about how fun it's been to be a Sabres fan the last 6 months, and that would be the peak of Mount Everest to add that guy to that group because it's the only spot I think they're below at league average. I think their decor is great. Even without Byram, you got lots of good D. You got tons of money to solve problems. Love your forward depth. Go get Hellebuyck. But you're right. You might not want to go there.
And it's got to make sense for Winnipeg.
Yeah, well, number 4 is a good place to start in Winnipeg.
Dregs was talking last night. He kind of checked in. It's like there's nothing close that would even tickle their fancy for.
Yeah.
You have
And
to.
Buffalo didn't get 4 until what, 8 p.m.?
But I think you're misconstruing where. Well, you're not.
Where Hellebuck's at?
The Jets are.
Yeah.
Why are the Jets okay getting rid of their core?
I
Their
think
biggest
It
asset.
just comes down to what we talked about. Like they might not have a say in it if he wants
Well,
out.
I don't.
Yeah. Now, does he want out or is he
That's-
just
yeah,
frustrated?
like
I don't know.
What has he got? 5 years left at 8.5.
lot.
Like he's got a lot for him to go in and say, "I'm done." That's a hard line.
Like it's
Larkin-
all fine and good to
Larkin
say
just
that
did it.
because Winnipeg's not shit. They had a bad year last year.
Yeah. That's why he
Buffalo,
was so
and you're
frustrated.
comparing them to Buffalo. So the towns, are
Larkin.
let's call the towns the same. Let's call it a wash.
Yep. Tie goes to the passport, maybe. Sure.
Why not trade to upgrade your team if you're Cheveldayoff instead of starting a rebuild by getting rid of?
I think they'd like to, and I think the challenge is they're on every no move. And the thing you don't have to worry about with number 4 overall is they don't have no moves. They're showing up to Winnipeg.
There's guys you can add that.
It's harder for them, but
it's
yes.
harder for sure.
Yeah, it's the hardest market I think in the league to add and trade because it's just.
But
really
that
love
it's
all these
also
guys.
the
8 of them have no moves to win.
so then you turn it yourself into Columbus where they're I'm going to bring these guys in and then they're going to sign and they're going to have good years and then they're going to tell me I'm out of here.
Now, what about
I've seen it a lot there.
if you're Cheveldayoff chipping in Winnipeg?
Mhm.
It's like, well, this guy we're going to trade. To be honest, he has not been great in the playoffs for us when we do get there.
Coming off of just okay.
If we can get a haul for
Hellebuyck?
him, yeah.
Yeah.
He has not been. He has not
Yeah.
won them playoff series.
Like, and the reason again I think Buffalo is such a good fit, whether Connor wants to go there or not, is that they have the types of assets that Winnipeg would love. They'd love to get number 4, a prospect that's ready to jump into the league this year, And Buffalo has been building for 14 years with high picks and prospects. They're the type of team that can give you a prospect that's 21 ready to pop, that can plug their, like the Ostlund kids one that's talked about, but they've been picking a lot of guys that haven't showed up on that roster yet that are good prospects. Zach Quinn's probably great, or Jack Quinn. But can you spare a life without him with the way Benson emerged? Yeah, you probably can.
Oof, I'd have a hard time thinking Jack Quinn is my answer.
No, but my point is it would be a basket of goods, like 5 things, like 4 overall, player that can help you today, 2 really good prospects.
That's the hardest part. It makes sense for Buffalo to get a goalie.
Mm-hmm.
Where does it make Winnipeg decidedly better?
It has to be a prospect that's ready to play the ball, and I don't know the system that well. But I think the Austin guy would be Ostlund is closest to that, where it's like he's cuspy, and next year he's a full timer.
I still, which again is all fine and good. Who's your goalie?
Bring back UPL in the deal.
Maybe. I'm not.
Yeah, because UPL's not bad. He's just not Connor Hellebuyck.
Well,
so you're downgrading 80% in net, but you're plugging 2 or 3 holes on the roster and getting a 4th overall pick who you think is going to be a star in 2 years.
You're doing it because Hellebuyck asked for a trade. That's the only effing reason.
Oh, I agree 100%.
It would be the only reason.
Don't move him if he doesn't want
Connor Hellebuyck.
I agree.
If he's not asking to get out.
The entire premise is that he wants out, and maybe that isn't the case.
It would have to include that Consta Hellenis kid.
Sure.
20-year-old
great example. Yeah. Perfect example. And they need a 2C. He looked unreal at the
Came in last year.
You can be right, and if Hellebuyck wants out, okay, sure. I just don't know what Winnipeg is. Then you're
I'm horny for trades right now. Is what it is.
You are horny for trades. It would also be one of those things. If I were Hellebuyck and I'm on my boat, it's like, hey, good news. I think we got a trade for you. Okay, where to? Buffalo. Okay. I'm just fishing right now. You call me if anything else going on. Like, it's no disrespect to Buffalo, and I know what you're saying. They're going to be off some guys, no trade. It's a different time for sure, but it didn't become the sexiest place in the world.
It's still Buffalo.
Yeah.
For all of us, if I wasn't on this show, you wouldn't love Buffalo. We wouldn't talk about Buffalo. We would have never had Rob Ray on. You wouldn't have an official. There is some of that baked into our show.
Of course there is, yeah. And never mind the romantic season they just had. Like, it was a laughing stock for a decade and a half.
Yeah, they're better, but I don't feel like you go there because I got a real chance to win. You're in the middle of the pack with a bunch of other teams that feel the same way and probably have the same chance of winning as anybody else.
The only reason I think it would be a better fit for Hellebuyck than most other guys is because he actually committed long-term as an American in Winnipeg. So he's clearly not about the bright lights like a lot of the other U.S. Olympian guys that, put me in Vegas, put me in Florida, put me in Tampa. Maybe he goes to one of those anyway.
Well, yeah, he'll go to L.A.
Yeah.
They need a goalie.
Could, yeah.
Yeah, they could use a goalie. I want to talk to you guys about your teeth. Outdoor dental. Do you have a phobia? Like, are you worried about it, Jack? Because again, we've talked about it.
Must be something.
Is that what's
You're afraid of the dentist, Jack?
I'm not afraid.
Are you afraid?
I think it's the longer you don't go, the more it's like, oh fuck, my teeth are gonna be bad. So now I am a little
anxiety building.
Yeah,
you have to have that conversation with.
You're doing the Dean thing.
Just push it down.
Just push it
One day this will explode, but not today.
Not
the dental hygienist comes in. It's like, hey, just before I put the bib and shit on, don't judge me by what you're gonna see in here.
Had a rough go.
Like, there's probably, it's like, yeah, is that a bottle cap? Like, there's something. Is that what that is? It's been bugging me for years. Yeah, it's like stuck in the side. They're good people. It's outdoor dental. They're not going to judge you if you go in and you have not been in a long time. But you come out of there feeling great about yourself.
Flossing his teeth in the parking lot.
It's the Soleil laser. Sedation dentistry. It's dentistry done different. No hooks and ladders and chains and hammers. No drills. It is painless. It is relaxing. It's the Soleil laser. Sleep apnea treatment is also part of what they do. We've talked about the snoring treatment. 2 15-minute treatments. It increases the tension in your soft palate. You get better sleep. You sleep deeper. Those around you sleep better. You're happier. You're more productive. Not often can you look. This could be transformative in your day-to-day life. That's what we're offering here with Outdoor Dental. Dr. J. Patel.
At ease, Jack. At ease.
Dr. J. Outdoor.dental is the website. Learn more. Book in. Don't be like Jack. That'd be great
That's
if
good
that
words
was
to
there.
live by. We should make the shirt.
There's a billboard. Jack's driving down McLeod. Don't be like Jack. What the? Wait a minute.
Who the hell's that?
What the hell's
Bart
that
burner
about?
logo on this. Hey friends, it's Pinder Report time. A lot to get through from the world of sports yesterday. It is presented by our great friends at Village Honda. Have a big event coming up this summer. Yes, it is August 22nd, the 6th annual Honda and Acura Show and Shine. Noon till 4, Saturday, August 22nd. Let's do it. You can enter your vehicle. We've got classic favorites, modified rides, standout, off-make vehicles, whatever you want to do. Whether you want to enter one or just walk around, take a peek at some cool whips. Enjoy the show. Everyone's welcome. Awards will be presented. Vehicle registration only $10, and it does go to charity. All proceeds from the events will support kids sport, helping give more kids the opportunity to play organized sports. Register online now, villagehonda.com. We start with a blockbuster from the Flames. It's probably the biggest deal Connie's made in the acquisition side since becoming GM. We've done a lot of selling. Is it time to start buying? Well, when it's a 22-year-old that was taken second overall, Connie says yes. Nemec and Siplikov come to Calgary in exchange for the Vegas first in the Rasmus Anderson deal next year, the Colorado first in the Kadri deal 2 years from now, a second this year from the Rangers, which is the fourth pick of the second round, if I'm correct, and Etienne Morin, the defenseman that feels blocked and stalled out at the American League level. It's a huge deal. Let's dive into some of the quotes from Craig Conroy. This from the GM, Dino, after the trade. Connie envisions Nemec playing on the right side with Ball and Whitecloud playing on the right side with Parekh. I thought Parekh played well there with Whitecloud. Zane actually said he enjoyed the left side more, so I wasn't afraid to do something with another right shot guy. So you got flexibility there. We'll try to make sense of what the D pairs may look like, but we got all summer for that. This is kind of the first sniff at it, but if you slide Zane to the left, probably moving Jan Kuznetsov down one. Interesting. But Nemec and Ball is interesting because one's like your shutdown defender. The other one, that's the opposite of how he's described.
And I think maybe, and I could be wrong, maybe we sleep a little bit on what Kuznetsov's all about.
I think he's a steady.
I thought he was
defender.
pretty steady when he came in, and I don't know, maybe that's it. But I wonder what kind of growth there is with him because he's. I was impressed. And it was maybe because I was not expecting a whole lot from where he was drafted and that whole thing.
Yeah,
but
sure.
I thought he asserted himself pretty well.
And you know what? If you're just a great stay-at-home, steady left shot guy, that's great. If there's more, even better. We'll see what they do here off the list that you don't see. The more I look at this group, the more I think they're going to start Hunter Brzustevich in the American League, which isn't necessarily, well, what else are you going to do, right? Like, who are these guys you mentioned?
I thought
Maybe you move a Matter or a Whitecloud this summer, but all these guys are playing.
Matt is making money.
Kuznetsov needs waivers. You'd lose him for nothing. Brzustevich does not need waivers. He'll just go right down. You can bring him back whenever you want him. And I think it's Braden Pahal. Which team's going to grab him? Because they don't have room for him. And I think Hanley will be their 7. And for Brzustevich, come back a better player than you were mid-season, and it might be greater in the long term anyway. I really liked him.
Yeah, I did too.
I would rather him be in here.
He might be. They might have him moving in and out. And you can say Jan Kuznetsov. They're going to have a debate on who's better.
Yeah.
They also, guys, picked up Ole Mata and Whitecloud as like throw-ins on deals that they can move at any point. They are placeholders for now.
When you say move, what do you mean by that?
Trade. Like, let's say
how
Dallas,
easy is that to do?
Well, with Zach Whitecloud's salary, I think really easy to do.
Well, yeah, but do you want to do that just to move Brzustevich in?
No, I'm just saying, like, if you feel like Brzustevich is an NHLer, take calls on Mata, eat a little money, get him out, and add a pick in the second, third round, whatever. It's not like the onerous, the boat anchors. You can't. It's not trying to move Darnell Nurse here. If you take Zach Whitecloud to market, you're going to get assets back. He makes less money than he should, and was really good down the stretch with Calgary.
Yeah, like Mata was very good. I don't know that he can be that good again.
Can he be a third pair guy? I think he can.
$3.5 million, 2 more seasons on Mata.
And you can start eating salary as soon as Saturday. No, sorry, the first Wednesday.
But you'd be probably stapling an asset there, right?
Yeah, and if you'd have. You get a third pair guy for 1.7 something.
I know you're selling it. I'm not sure I'm buying it, but
yeah, that's fair. I just think if you feel like Brzustevich is an NHLer and you don't want to put him in the 8, you can solve that problem.
Your point is it's the Kuznetsov Brzustevich conversation. probably.
Yeah, and
Just
if
the one
the waivers were the other way, I'd do it the opposite. But you can't lose Kuznetsov for nothing. You just spoke about how
I don't
impressed you
think
were.
you're sticking. You have more. There's those other guys. I'm not saying you're wrong, but
What would you do here?
I would keep.
And you might have an injury, and you
I
need
would
to keep
have
him.
8D.
Could
I would
Yeah.
have 8D.
Yeah.
I like Pahal. Who's the other guy that's sitting up?
Hanley.
Hanley. I don't. Sorry.
So that's 9 then.
No, I'm not keeping them.
Oh, those are the guys you move. Sure. Yeah. It would be. Yeah. Honestly, if you rotated on the right side through these young guys, I think they're going to play the
will
piss
be,
out of
and
I
Nemec,
agree.
but-
I want Prestevich here.
Yeah.
I know he can play in the A, but I don't know that I.
Well, you're good. You don't want to risk losing a kid that you think is going to be part of it too, right? Like there are messages that are sent where it's
Yeah,
like we're
yeah.
going to, you can have the car say, "Listen, we're going to send you down.
Yeah.
We're going to come back." Okay, great, but that's a tough. I'm telling you,
You'd be
that
like,
is
I'm-
a shitty pill to have to
Yeah.
swallow.
No, that's a good point.
As a
I'm
kid that's
blocked by
proven
a team in the bottom 5.
so I'm good enough to
Yeah.
play in the league, but not here.
I
Ah.
think the more you talk to me, the more what we saw happen in Utah might happen to Ole Mata here, which is you're going to be in the press box a bit. It wasn't bad, but I think he was over his skis a bit. You can't
Yeah.
expect
He's
the.
not going to play that good. For Christ's
Like,
sakes.
he had a
But
great
played
15,
good enough
20
that maybe you
games.
can move him somewhere. And he can,
That's the other option. Yeah.
that's what I'd be thinking about. I am fully Mike Greer is crushing it in my opinion
Mhm.
because he's just we're rebuilding. We've been rebuilding and we'll keep rebuilding until. So I don't need. I got to. Ole Mata, whoever. We've got enough veteran guys around. For Christ's sakes, what are we talking about?
So with that said, because I was thinking about it as we were talking about it after, with the move for Nemec and the Flames move out 3 assets, I don't think it necessarily signals that the Flames are, turning the corner. They've stopped selling and now they're buying.
No.
Where does that fall in if with your Mike Greer hat on? Is that something Greer would have done? Do you like it less thinking
It's
in
a
that way?
22-year-old defenseman that you're getting rid of late picks for. So I'm
I can do
praising
it.
Greer, but Conroy did not win the first or the second overall pick.
They're not top 10 picks.
Can't be.
Right?
Yeah.
So it's
I think no matter where you are in your life cycle, you trade those late firsts for a player of this pedigree.
That's one thing I'd love to know is when you call, if you're a GM and you call other guys and you offer up, but I got the 27th and the 30th and the 29th, what that response is. Well, is it, first rounders? Yes. What do you need? Or is it, it's kind of late.
Yeah, like here's the game to play. How many picks beyond 20 would you have to move to get into 4? Like 5 of them?
Yeah.
it all changes too. Trade
Every draft
deadline's
is
different than the draft.
Yeah, And some draft classes, the quality goes right into the 20s. The top's not great. Other ones, like you got to get into the top 10. Yeah. Lots of options. Other trades went down. We'll quickly look at, show the graphics from the other deals. Eklund goes to Ottawa. That gives them another nice wing option. Coming off a 56-point season, I believe he said. Not nothing. Young guy. He was taken 7th overall.
Old
by
Bill.
the Sharks.
53 points in
7th.
78 games.
Not bad, not bad. And he's got some good players around him there. They got great center depth in Ottawa. And Stützle, I still think is a really good player for.
I'll give Stales credit. I think he's
Yeah.
handled it pretty.
Still
Like
got
you
more
said, you like it for
cards to
both
play.
sides.
Yeah, yeah.
Sharks they got 3 first rounders. Ottawa had to do something with these picks if they plan to
Mhm.
stay
Sharks got
competitive.
lucky. They got the 2nd overall pick.
Oh.
Now they're adding the like
This
Yeah.
is great. And it does feel
Yeah.
like this is the Stenberg goes to San Jose.
for sure.
Yeah.
It all makes sense
It
for
does.
everybody.
Good work, Greer. We were wondering for a while, but he's done a great job there. Next trade involved Jordan Kyrou. We talked about this a touch. He goes to Washington. I think Washington's been sneaky smart. They've drafted well. They've added guys off the scrap heap. You look what Jacob Chikrin's turned into. It's a team that we thought was going to be old and bad, and suddenly, I know last year didn't go perfect, but they won the East the year prior in the regular season.
What are you? Are you
I'm
closer
not-
to?
Yeah, I don't dislike what they've done, but
And so what you're doing here is you're saying we want to make it again this year, and we'll give some futures away, a first and a young player in Connor
I
McMichael, I
thought that
believe is the Zary
McMichael was
draft,
good.
to get a very well-established, top 2 line player in this league.
I don't know.
I love this trade for the Blues. I don't think Washington's a very good team. You get a young center and a first.
They also re-upped Spencer Carberry, tore up the last year of his deal and signed him to a
Really?
term. They love Carberry.
And for Kyrou, the guy's a 30-goal guy and has been unhappy in St. Louis for a long
Getting
time.
dragged for 3-4 years by his GM in the
Baruch,
trade
like,
rumors.
yeah, the coaches don't like. So I wonder if it's a good trade here for both. But yeah,
I think
so
both teams.
My question only:
4 first rounders on Friday.
why are Armstrong and the coach willing?
Yeah, and does it change under Steen? I'd hope so, because it's getting a little tired every year dragging your core into the trade rumors.
Well, okay, but why? Like he's
Because
not.
they've been underperforming.
He's not an idiot. Do you know what I mean? Like it can be the other side is the issue. This guy could be the problem.
And what it might also be is that if I continue to ask for the moon over and over and over again, someone will finally give it to me, because I think Detroit did with Falk. Someone finally made a mistake and gave them what they asked for.
That's what I stop a little bit shy on this one, because Kyrou, Berube didn't seem to care for him. Then they move on from that to who did they fire for?
Montgomery came in,
Yeah, and who did they gun?
the young guy from the
Yeah,
NHL team.
like
yeah.
none of those coaches seem to be
Bannister.
seem to be fond of Kyrou at the time. So what is it? Is it
That's my. It's the same as the conversation with Columbus. Well,
What's going on here?
what's going on?
he's 28? Are you okay?
Good player. I think you see a bounce back statistically this year.
But I like it for, like you say, Jackie. I like it for the Blues if they were looking to get out from Kyrou anyway. They don't need any
Yeah.
money on this $8 million. So
Nah, there's no eating money nowadays. You can't even. Cap's too high. Why would I eat your money?
The final deal was, before we got to the final, this was the day we had before Kyle Davidson went and made a crazy trade. Chuck Presser, Babcock hired. Expansion news from the NHL, which we'll get
into that.
Penguins officially sold. Nemec moved, Eklund moved, Kyrou moved. You're like, this is one of the busiest days in NHL history. And then we got the doozy, which was Kyle Davison going full insane human to add Bowen Byram. Good player, and boy, did he give up a lot. The Jordan Greenway contract dump goes to Chicago. Louis Crevier, who is huge and put up 25 points in his first full season, goes to Buffalo, and they get a second and pick number 4, where you might be able to get your favorite center or D in the entire draft, or play it as a huge chip in this trade market. Love it for the Sabres. Hate it for Chicago.
Greenway makes $4 million a year.
Gross.
I think it's just 1 year though.
Yeah, it's one more, but
how
the
good
guy
is that
had
for Buffalo?
one goal.
Yeah.
How did you get $4 million?
And for Buffalo, like, that's found money. Let's go.
Yeah, it's
That's a hell of a move.
you do like it for one team for sure. It may turn out to be a great trade for both.
Some days you're a victim of the slow news day, and something that's only a little bit bad gets blown up to the biggest thing in the world, and other days you get buried. And for Mike Babcock, it was a good day to have your press conference where you sounded exactly like the guy you were in every stop prior. Let's go to some of the quotes from
Do
his.
we want to play the video first and then get into the quote?
Let's do that, because Boom's got the video.
Well, we can start with there was what's wrong. You're in Columbus. Things Ryan Rishaug was very thoughtful question. It's like there's a lot of things said. Mike, your chance here to kind of clear the air. What led to your departure from Columbus?
Leon, Connor, Zach Hyman,
Nope.
and the rest of
Sorry.
really to walk away, really straightforward. And I appreciate the question here. It was very evident before the year started. I hadn't benched anybody. I hadn't talked to anybody. I hadn't sat anybody out. And it was evident that we weren't together as a staff right from the get-go. My wife gave me a call and she said, it's time to get out of there. I'd been retired. I was pretty good at it. I got back to being retired.
That is one way to answer that question.
It's not the way a PR person would tell you to answer that question.
I didn't think he answered the question.
Yeah, it was.
He definitely explained he didn't apologize.
I don't need you to apologize.
My wife said I should be retired again, so I left.
Yeah, it was. I think it was well put. If you were tuning in yesterday, wondering or wanting to see if Mike Babcock was going to apologize or looked like he had been
Explain. I don't need to
changed man.
apologize. Explain.
Sure. Yeah. What's your side of the story?
You didn't get any of that. This was very much Mike Babcock's just true to form, steadfast.
Is contrition the word that you were hoping for that you didn't see?
Yeah, there was. I guess he did say something along the lines of when you have upset somebody, maybe you need to look at making a change. And I think he talked about his tone, maybe sometimes not being so good. But anyway, and we wondered I don't think Bet365 had it, but we wondered, what are the odds that we get a Mike Babcock referring to himself in the third person? Please.
Leon, Connor, Zach Hyman, and the rest of this leadership group want to get better. And that's what they've asked of me. And they've told me, we have to be better, and we expect you to make us better. And I said, well, that's great to talk about in June. When camp starts and you're making a guy do things, you might not be so happy. And they said, no, that's not how it's going to be. We're all committed all in on winning. And obviously in that time period, we had gone through enough things and talked about enough things that they felt comfortable with the process, or I wouldn't be here. And I was very clear to them, unless you're 100% all in on Mike Babcock, I have no interest in being the coach.
So good.
It's amazing.
It's really good.
It was like everyone just kind of sit there. Go on. Is he gonna no. Maybe.
Mike Babcock.
Unless you're 100% in on Mike Babcock, I got no interest in being your coach.
Mike Babcock's not a half miler. You're going to need all of Mike Babcock if you're signing up for Mike Babcock.
So I think you know what you're getting.
It's
If nothing else, apologies,
Babcock.
whatever you want to call
it's
it.
Mike Babcock.
If you thought you were going to be getting a different guy, does not seem like that's the case.
Well, and it's good for Mike Babcock because Mike Babcock has cleared the runway to be a dick by the sounds of it.
Yeah.
Hey, they said it.
That's
They're
this
all
is what
in.
they wanted.
I'm just doing what they told me to do.
Yeah. Have we heard anything of as far as term?
Not yet.
Yeah, I didn't see anything
Whatever you
either.
need, Mike. I'm
Well,
fine.
I heard
and
that,
if that's the case, good. Go get him, Mike.
Yeah.
I hope you
DJ
grind him.
Smith is an associate coach
Yeah.
and making a S-ton because they wanted him in Toronto and Babs wanted them. He's been an assistant for both Jim Heller and Babs. And if it's a bidding war between MLSE and Cates in this last window for Connor, he might be the highest paid assistant in NHL history.
Mike Johnson was on with the guys in Toronto yesterday, and he made an interesting comment that I hadn't thought about. It's like, well, Mike Babcock's going to come in there and he's going to be doing his old thing. There will be, in some ways, if something goes sideways and a player goes to the PA, it's like, I'm not like this guy's doing it again. It could be a very quick reaction. So not to say that he's on a short leash, but if there's something that maybe goes sideways to where the players file a formal complaint.
Well, okay. Yes, for sure. And it has to be that way.
Mm-hmm.
But if you
kinda
just
what
want
they
to
signed
get
up
him,
for, though.
if you're not playing, you want to get him out of there. This guy's being dead.
I played 4 minutes and 30 seconds. This guy was in the showers with us.
Right.
You can't be doing that. Just send some erroneous comment. I mean, we're fucking around, but it's everything you wanted.
It's so
In a
perfect
way,
for them. Yeah.
If he came out and he was very gracious and
Remorseful,
absorbed a bunch of
yeah.
it, that's not.
I
fun.
don't think he gets the feeling that
They've signed up for the full Babs experience. They're not getting caffeine-free diet Babs.
and maybe we are wrong in that.
It's the full Babber coming in.
You just cleared me.
Yep.
You did your investigation.
Mm-hmm.
So anything I've done has not been bad enough that I'm suspended.
Yeah.
And despite the wording of the NHL press release in a lesser light for Mr. Babcock, like that whole wording thing, he basically said, yeah, no, we weren't aligned there. My wife wanted me to be retired again. Like, I would do it all the same.
And
That's
the
kinda
league
what he
did
said.
not say there would be a short leash.
No,
So I'm not disagreeing that maybe he is right, but maybe he's not. Because Mike Babcock just told you this is what they asked for. So they're going to get it.
So it's the two things. This is what you're going to get. I don't think it's going to work. I don't like the likelihood of it blowing over and being a success story. But in a way,
there is
kudos to guys who are gonna. This is who I am, better or worse. Take it or leave it. That's what he did.
Babs.
I don't see it working, but there's us versus the world is
there is
one of the
powerful
best
drug.
rallying cries you can throw out there.
Yeah. Let's look at a little more here. First quote from Babs here about the Columbus stuff, where he essentially says, yeah, no, I made it uncomfortable for people. They should look at themselves. There's a lot there. To be honest, anytime you make anybody feel uncomfortable in your life, you should take a look at yourself and you should say, how could I do that better? Okay, that's a little bit of contrition. And I think That's what you try to do as a person. You try to always be better at what you do. The situation in Columbus, they had a full review, and I'm thankful to the NHL, the PA for doing that. It didn't work out for us. We're excited about making it work here. Okay, we'll see. It was not interpreted well by everyone that this was a contrition. I love this one. Mike Babcock's looked inward and has concluded it's everyone else that's the problem. Great start here. There was a bit of that.
There's definitely some of that.
This is part of why, though, and I'm not looking to heap any praise. You got to be able to put walls up and not give a bleep about what the outside world is saying.
It's us against the world. Rich just said it.
So let's go ahead, say whatever you want. It does not matter.
I'm not reading it.
Our owners will lose, our presidents will lose, the GMs lose, the coaches lose. We haven't won shit.
Yeah.
Like everyone hates us. We're not good enough. Screw all of them.
Yeah.
Screw all of them. Mike Commodore weighed in, shockingly, on the hiring officially of Babs. Attention, folks. Zero accountability, zero contrition. Anyone who paved/cleared the way for Mike Babcock to get another opportunity in the NHL should be ashamed of themselves. Bleep Mike Babcock. Give me a squeeze of the chicken.
Oh, baby.
Oh, okay.
I just wish Commie would get off the fence and pick a side on this one.
You know what? He had let it kind of.
It really got in the way of him going to Carolina. Like the news ruined the final, not just for Gary, but for Commie because he had to go do the crank in Raleigh. And the news was right. It's like he's ruining my flight. I'm at the airport.
Like maybe time heals wounds. Maybe you get over some certain. Why hold a grudge? You know,
arms don't go back. This is an amputation, not a wound.
What's the last line? Oh, no, it doesn't seem like Mike is
Capitals.
Both named Mikes. They can get
Yeah.
along. Jeez. Some interesting names in the rumor mill that we did not see coming. Multiple teams have confirmed Carolina is considering moving Alexander Nikishin, 24-year-old, late arriving from Russia, but a very talented young defenseman. I think he played well as a 5 there on a very deep blue line. Pending RFA, gonna be getting paid. He's in the getting paid business. And if you're Eric Tulsky, you're in the, okay, what am I gonna have to pay him and what can I get in the market? Measure what's best for my team business. Interesting name.
he got knocked the F out in that Ottawa
Did
series.
he ever? Hui. Zonk.
Luckily, he's okay.
Other names out there, we've heard Morgan Riley a ton. His agent, JP Barry, submitted a list of 4 Western-based teams he's willing to go to.
Wonder if that is
Team-by-team assessment, depending on the fit, there could be some flexibility to add teams to the list. Yeah, the first thing you think about is like, is this Edmonton or not?
that's what I thought about
Yeah.
him. Like, does he know Babs and is he happy with Babs? And
And the other thing is, dude, maybe you want to go on the coast because I like where the teams in California are at all of a sudden. LA's lovely in terms of the place to play and all that stuff, and the other 2 are on the ascent.
This is all fine and good. I just don't know what Morgan Riley is.
4 years left, $7.5 million cap.
And if you think that's hard to move, try to sell a Darnell Nurse in this market. It's making like almost $2 million more.
Yeah, no question.
How old is Morgan Riley?
Gotta be early 30s, right?
I'll look it up.
Yeah. I'm gonna guess 32. You let me know if I'm close.
32.
Bang. Multiple firsts. You talked about it. Actually, Hellebuyck as well. Another. I mean, just for a laugh, like it's only a report, but yes, of course, the Panthers are sniffing around Hellebuyck.
Well, yeah. Why not?
Like, of course they are. Yeah. And where's the cap space? I don't know, but they'll invent some. They'll figure it out. Crazy. That would be the most amazing heel team if they brought in Hellebuyck.
Well, they need a goalie.
Yeah, and whether it's Bob or him or someone else, we'll see. They're not done. They ain't done. Keep moving. First rounders. You mentioned the Blues have 4. San Jose still got 3. Vancouver, New York, Calgary, and Ottawa had 2. And without picks, it's the Ducks, Avs, Stars, Wings, Oilers, Panthers, Wild, Lightning, and Golden Knights.
Okay, wait. Leave that up. Good up and coming team. Good team. Good team.
Which are you looking at?
Yeah, we're-
Anaheim.
Oh,
Oh, at the bottom, yeah.
Colorado's good. Dallas is good. Detroit ain't good. Is Edmonton good? I don't know. Florida,
Contender.
good. So
That's what you do. You move
it
your
feels
first
like
one, you're contender.
Detroit's somewhere they shouldn't be.
Yep. And with Anaheim, it was the John Carlson deal. If they made the playoffs, it went from a second to a first, if I'm correct. And that was probably worth the gamble to get in. And you've been drafting high for a while there. I don't know that you want to take that necessarily. It was a good fit. Didn't work, but whatever. You won a round. That was pretty cool. Who'd they beat again? Just remembered loving those Quacks. Keep moving. Jeff Merrick has this little, first the expansion thing. This another just blew under the radar because we had 4 mammoth deals yesterday. I've never seen a news portrayed around expansion the way it was yesterday, where it was multiple markets and a price tag that included an arena build.
It's happening.
It's happening.
There's no question it's happening. It's where.
Houston.
I don't think it's Houston because it
I think
could have
it's
happened.
Austin.
I think it's Austin.
I think they've
The history of
gone
this-
to Austin. Well, they might be playing hardball just like. But
This is the way you get public money, though. You say, we're only going to one of you. Like, which city's going to buck up and help us? The Arizona Coyotes could have been purchased for $600 million to get moved to the guy that owned the rink and the Rockets. And it's now probably 3, 4, 5 times the price. If it was going to happen in Houston, I think it would already happen. That rink's great for NHL. I've called the NHL games in there. It's modern. It's not, you don't have to retrofit it because basketball's there. It didn't happen then. I don't know why it would now when it's 5 times as expensive. To the point where they're saying they're going to build a different one there. That doesn't make any sense.
because
The prices just go up. That's
because
whoever's
Gary's
going to buy
brilliant,
in.
and
If-
he wanted to give his buddy in Utah a spot.
Yeah.
And now he's going to grind this guy.
And I think they're using Houston as leverage to get where they want to be as the first pro team in Austin, like they were the first pro team in Columbus, like they were the first pro team in Nashville. Like
I
they
think
were the
another
first pro
team in Texas would be
Vegas.
great, even though the Texas Stars will be pissed because they won't be able to.
yeah.
First pro team in Raleigh. There's a trend here that Gary with his expansion, right?
Yeah, Austin is a
Booming market.
it's a hotbed for a lot of things. It's one of the sexiest cities in the U.S. as far as people moving there, and has been for a number of years.
Yep. Do they need an expansion twin?
What do you mean?
Do you want a 33 team league or just go to 34, add another one? Put
Oh,
one in
I
Atlanta
think
or
you
somewhere.
want
I know there's a lot of
34.
other markets they've talked about. Portland, man, sexier 10 years ago than now. We'll see. It's not going to go away. And when they say they're just exploring it, this is really absolutely, they're well down the road and they're just going to grind.
If someone's willing to pay 3.5 billion, I think you're probably going.
Yeah, and maybe only
Full
$1 billion's on the
deal.
arena, but the $2.5 billion you get to split with 30 owners, not 32, because Seattle and Vegas are exempt from the expansion money. I think the owners should be in favor.
Yeah, Vegas has got to be in on that at some point, right?
No, that's terms of their expansion. They don't get a piece of the pie moving forward. On
ever.
Ever?
Ever. I know. It's crazy.
They might not care. He's got so much dough. Plus, he owns his own team. If he needs to sell it,
Gary's making the rules on joining his club. If they're not in your favor, I'll find someone else to join the club. It's been a smash hit. Bill Foley's franchise was bought for what, $500-600 million, is now worth probably closer to $2 billion.
That's the other thing too. Like the money is so ridiculous.
It's insane.
Oh, geez, I can't believe Gary's asking $3 billion. There
Someone's
are
so
guys
bad.
that are like, okay.
Yeah, man.
Well, last year you could have for 2 points, 2.2.
You know how much money I made in the last year? I'm okay with that.
Yeah, I've had a really good year.
Jeff Merrick has some news on the future of Landon DuPont. It sounds like Michigan is his home for the NCAA next year. There was a few teams.
University of Michigan.
Thank you. Yep, not Michigan State. So that is Wolverines, not Spartans.
Right.
Henry Muse is there. He was going to run their power play. He's now power play 2. That's the Flame spin, but whatever. This is Landon DuPont. He's going to be there 1 year, and then he's going to be a stud in the NHL after going to the top 3 next year at the draft.
Dupo.
Want to get one of these ones?
Yes, jeez.
Do I curse it? Or?
There's a way to do it.
We're not on camera. Do this or not do this?
Well, yeah, come on.
Look in the camera. I'll make you do it.
Don't make me do it.
Okay,
No,
then don't do it. I
no.
asked if you want to do it. You said yeah.
Well, it's out of your. You're going to lose the fucking draft lottery. Again,
You're
so
due
you can't
for-
take him at 1.
There's a trend of you continually always getting slammed in the draft lottery, and then there's also but we're due.
Yeah, I
and maybe
know.
you're just screwed. You're not due. Stay tuned for another draft lottery sadness party next year.
Could have sworn they were due.
Yeah, still due apparently.
Yeah.
Buffalo is due
There's-
that 4th Super Bowl, but
Yeah.
They were due as well. Team Canada in action today at the World Cup in Vancouver. They're taking on Switzerland. It is a huge game. Both teams are going to get through. They're fine that way. But if you want to stay in Canada for the elimination games, you must draw or win. A Switzerland victory today would see Canada finish 2nd in the group. Break out your passports. You're not back in the country the rest of the tournament.
Oh, dear.
that's okay.
If you draw or win today, you stay in Vancouver, not just for the round of 32, which is the first elimination game, but if you win that, you'd also stay in Vancouver for the round of 16. Crowd is electric. You're in
You'd
your
need
home
to-
country.
You'd also need to win.
Yeah, well, they're lining up against Iran and Jordan and teams that are 3rd in another pool. That's a winnable game if they can win this game or draw this game.
Oh, boy, you're excited.
Just
Not going to
already
be
getting
denied
through
his
to-
opinion today.
No, I mean, look, it's a watered down World Cup.
Hadn't won a
The
game
first
ever, and now
elimination.
it's-
They're a good soccer nation now. They have not been until very recently.
What do you think, Jack?
You think it's Cavalry?
Go Cavalry, yeah.
Yeah.
Go Cavalry.
Woo!
Do they play while this is going on? Like, are all the other soccer leagues still going?
No, they're all on break.
Oh, okay.
Otherwise, the players would be available, right?
I guess.
Yeah. Of note, it'll be going on at the same time as the Bosnia-Qatar game. You're going to see 6 games a day now, as it's the third and final round-robin game, and you'll have all the groups playing at the same time so that you can't say, oh, they lost, now we just need a tie. Games are happening at the same time. I see. 6 games a day until we get through all 12 groups of 4. Let's do it. Keep moving.
We're going to go watch?
Hell yeah. We're in the goddamn jersey. Let's go. Let's go, John the David. Let's go. Dutch fans are known for wearing orange and consuming large quantities of beer. Do you need a tray for those 26 pints, sir? Nah, I got them. It's got to be some sort of a record. Not drinking the 26 pints, but no tray. Well done, sir.
You know what? Good flexibility there.
Knee bend.
Early, there was a little bit of a spill, and I was like, this is not going to go well. Merely a speed wobble at the beginning.
Because there could have been, even though you're holding the weight in front, there could be some back. Whoa.
The middle one starting to slide. Like, that's a dangerous game. Well done.
Well done, loser. Drunken loser.
How did Holland do today? I don't remember. I'm sleeping in a dumpster. Drink all 26 before half. Have fun. Finally, we showed you the video of the dog in Miami watching the other dog eat a dog. Yeah. That's not fair.
Poor guy.
The Miami Marlins are reaching out
I like that,
to invite him back for a dream day at Lone Depot Park. That poor Poochstein. Vindication.
So sad.
I don't know if it's vindication. But
no, it's righting a wrong. Poor guy.
Poor guy.
Fluffy one gets to hammer a dog while I'm sitting here.
So that's what it was, right? Hot dog? I was trying to remember what the other dog was eating. Yeah.
Anyway, love a happy ending.
I do, yeah. There it is.
Rhett, you like happy endings?
Yeah.
It's been a while.
Village Honda, big breath. Big event coming up August 22nd. It is the 6th annual Honda and Acura Show and Shine. We're talking classic rides, impressive builds, modified rides, standout off-make vehicles. $10 if you want your vehicle in it. Payable at the show. You also get swag for entering. And if you want to just come look at the cars, that's free. And fundraiser for Kids Sport. Love that. Register online now at villagehonda.com.
Probably shock you to know that I do have some dog content that shows up in my algorithm from time to time, being a dog lover. There's this guy who will go to a kennel or whatever you call it, the pound in a city. He's like, which dog's been in here the longest?
Yeah.
And he'll go, it's like, can I have him for the day? I'm like, sure. And he'll go out and we're going to the beach. We're going for bike rides. We're going for pup cups. We're eating hot dogs.
Yeah.
And the dog's just like, oh my God.
This is the greatest day ever.
It's like, this dog knows he's having the time of his life. Probably thinks it's going to continue.
I was going to say, that dog pulls up in the parking lot. It's like,
wait a minute, what are we doing back here?
I'm back in jail.
Oh, well,
it's a good day.
At least you had a good day. I want to tell you about Lease Busters.
Okay.
Because Lease Busters, they don't want to see, they just don't like it. People being in a tough spot. Maybe they got to get out from their lease. All these penalties and How about Lease Busters? If you're stuck in a car lease and you need out, they'll connect you with somebody who wants to take it over. No penalties, no buyout headaches. Instead of paying thousands to break your vehicle lease early, you can transfer it with Lease Busters. They make it simple. Your situation can change. They understand that. It's what Lease Busters is built for. A marketplace for lease takeovers. Leasebusters.com is the website. And even if you're looking, you're thinking, hey, there's maybe a deal to be had here. I'm not looking to take advantage of anybody, but if somebody's looking to get out and I could get in and it makes sense for me, everybody wins. That's what I love.
Win-win.
Love everybody getting a big victory and feeling good about themselves. Leasebusters.com is the website. So how do you feel? You came in slightly surly.
I was just playing around.
All right.
Never know.
I didn't have the enthusiasm.
No one can.
It is a curse and a blessing to be
You were like
positive and high energy all the time.
Yeah.
vote for trades in Buffalo.
Kyle Davidson's an idiot.
I do believe that.
Gets
may
so
be true.
excited.
Don't put that Connor thing. It was
It's already out there.
dance. Oh, good.
Someone else clipped it.
What?
No, I'm just kidding.
All right.
Jack, stick with it a little longer. Let him sweat.
You will like it because Pinder did a very quick thing for Instagram and for social media talking about the Bo Byram trade. I don't know that he did for any of the other trades. He did
We did one
like we did
for the Kachuk deal as well on Sunday.
Yeah.
That was the biggest of the non-Nemec.
But of yesterday's, that was the one.
Yeah.
And true to form, he's like, this trade, Bo Byram is this and that. It's Kyle Davidson. He's looking like he could be the next Oilers GM. This is some Shirelli shit. I mean, slide it in. No one does it better.
Thank you, Dean.
No one does it better.
I knew you'd appreciate it. I just didn't know if you'd see it.
This guy looks like he could be the next Oilers GM. Ding. We need a bell. Like, that's what we need is anytime
Quota met.
with no rationale or
Unprompted.
reason to unprompted Oilers digs. Just have a ding and then maybe, charity, raise some money. I'm not sure.
I threw one out on the old Twitter machine and someone was like, it is just made my day that somehow a trade between the Hawks and the Sabres has turned into a blast on the Oilers. Thank you for your work, sir.
Yeah,
it's my pleasure. I can't help it. It's my gift to you.
It's amazing. It's amazing work. Yeah, it's a gift. It's truly a gift. Let's do our bets of the day for Bet365. The worst thing about hockey season is that it does come to an end. There's a lot of time between now and the first puck drop of next season. The good news is Bet365 still has plenty of games, just none that require lacing up skates. It's Bet365 Casino. You can choose between hundreds of slots, live tables, your favorite games, maybe your second favorite game, but you must be 19 or older. Please play responsibly.
Well, look at our bets, and while we're on the topic, I do want to look at that number 6 overall pick again, because that was
Right,
weird
yeah,
when we saw Viggo Bjork like favored against the field. We thought it would be a coin toss between Verhoff, and then all the shit happens yesterday. And like, maybe things have changed. But first, let's start with soccer. Jonathan David and Kyle Larin combined for 7 shots on target last Thursday. Yeah, it was Qatar. Switzerland's better to be sure, but 12-1 for each to get 2 shots on target. It's big game hunting, and I like it. Trey Savage is starting against the Astros. They blew a 2-run lead in the top of the 9th last night with Varland unavailable, looking to bounce back and win the series in the rubber match. Trey Savage has been solid. We're going to say he gets through 6 innings, as 17 and a half outs would have you. That's your over-under. 18 outs is 6 innings. Been very good in his first full season in the majors, and I think he gets through 6.
Did you see him doing the coffee run in Chicago?
That was awesome. Yeah.
When they go to Wrigley, they make the rookies go and buy coffees in their full get-up.
Full get-up. Cleats, uni, hats.
Being an athlete, you're generally sometimes very tall.
Especially starting pitch.
So it's just a mob of people going to the ball game, and then you see Savage's head holding, like dude with all the beers, had all the coffees in his full Jays uniform. Oh, you like that sort of stuff. It's kind of fun.
They usually
baseball is fun.
The rookies in the bullpen have to wear the elementary school backpacks, things like that, carrying all the gum out to the bullpens.
Savage is like, I'm better than half these guys. I'm doing the coffee run. Did you see me in the playoffs?
See me in the playoffs.
What the hell am I doing?
Pick on
coffee?
me.
I'm going to look at that number 6 pick really quickly.
Okay, I'll let you know that it's about Bet365. Get the app from your favorite apps to whatever it is, however you get it. You're on Android, you're on Apple, you get the app. Sign up today. Must be 19 or older. Please play responsibly.
Draft pick stuff is down, but I can tell you the Panthers have moved into pole position in the odds to win the Cup at plus 700, passing Carolina and Colorado.
There you go. And that's without Hellebuyck. Imagine when you get him. That's going to be amazing. We will get into the Super Chats today. Again, it is... it's easy to do as we go live on YouTube every day. The comment section is there. If you put a little comment in with some money, the dough goes to help the youth centers of Calgary make a difference in our community. We put you on the show. There is Flash. Talking about Nemec, the risk is the contract. Is he a true top 2D worth $10 million annually, or do you bridge him for 3 years? This feels closer to Kachuk than Huberdeau.
I think that's a really astute point. That the trade's an easy one to make, but the contract is really there's some interesting ways to approach it. I think that's a great take by Flash.
Like to me, I feel like you need, if he's so great in 3-4 years,
back up the
pay the
man.
man. Yeah, but you start rolling out $10 million. before the guy plays a game.
Yeah,
That's
and
a dice roll.
again, the Luke Hughes deal is 9, but even that, you're like, geez, like
Yeah, I can't imagine it'd be 10.
I actually don't understand how you ask for more than Hughes if you're not
Yeah.
producing better than Hughes.
yeah. So maybe 8.5 is the sweet spot. 8 times 8. I don't know. Yeah, we'll see what Connie does. He clearly likes the player and has faith in him getting way closer to his ceiling than he got in Jersey.
Do you have to weigh the guy you just drafted?
I did think about that. Like, what happens if Nemec comes in and gets the 9 and he's your 3 and Parekh is considerably better? Did you just automatically give Zane more money because he's like, well, I better than this guy. Now I need 10, 11.
Yeah.
Good problem to have if he's that good, I suppose.
Yeah.
But it really, I guess when you push your chips to go get Nemec and you believe he's going to be very good, we'll see when they pay him for being very good. Do they have to see it or is it right now?
Good luck, Connie.
Yeah.
We have confidence.
Good.
Ethan. Fellas. If you were Buffalo, would you rather trade 4th overall plus Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen and cap dump Cotter Timmins for Hellebuyck, Morgan Barron, and Dylan DeMello, or trade Helenus Mertka and 20th overall? Ethan.
You need more than that first one. It's going to be a combo of all those things if it happens. I think.
What do you mean more for the first?
Well, if you're just giving UPL and 4 and you're going to dump a bad salary in the Jets, I think they want more than that. Is that reasonable?
Yeah, you might have to put Helenus and Mertzke in the first.
Then that's kind of what I'm saying. It's going to be A and B added together, give or take a few pieces, that gets it done, in my opinion. Now, maybe the Jets love pick 4 and are like, holy crap, this is our chance to find a core piece to build around. It's our next leader. Sure, but I don't know.
They're in a bad spot if they.
It's a tricky one,
no matter what.
Yeah, the best outcome for the Jets is that Hellebuyck says, "I was hot. I like it here," and you start moving assets to plug the holes you have.
And I feel like it's one of those things, and we saw it with Florida and Brady Kachuk deal. If I'm Buffalo, hey, we like Hellebuyck. You're not getting Consta Helenus. Like, we'll give you picks and we'll give you some other guys. It was like they weren't going to trade Lundell. We're not trading them.
Right.
We'll give you picks. We definitely want the player.
You'd have to want Hellebuyck a lot, and the difference being Florida had Ottawa over Barrel because it was where Brady was going.
You're getting the 4th overall, and we'll give you some other stuff. That would be my read. It all goes back to these no move you're in a bit of you're in a tough spot. It's not a wide open market where you can auction off.
So weird they called no trade list when they're actually a trade me here list.
Yeah. Yeah.
Huh. It's not really why
no
we built
trades.
these.
You don't want to be traded? I absolutely do want to be Traded.
Well, then this doesn't matter because this is protecting you from trade. No. I'm going to use this to tell you where I'm getting traded.
That'll be the owners.
Yeah.
You want to know trade? You ask for a trade? Then they
List's
just
gone.
won't ask for a trade.
All right. Masked Man. Fellas. Rumors have begun about the Blues using 15 and 16 on the Rocks. Or do they package those to San Jose for 2 and reunite the Stenberg?
You're not getting to 2 with
San
15 and
Jose is
16.
not
I'll tell you that.
trading.
Chance.
The Rocks are
even
not going
close.
15 and 16. If they do, that's
Early.
I like the Rocks too.
It's early. It's a great story if it does.
They're going to get picked, and I think one team's going to get both of them, but you could probably wait if you're St. Louis to use a later pick to get the first one. I think the key to this whole Ruck thing is just draft the first one because who's going to go pick the second guy if the other one's off the board?
Yeah.
Like, that was the thing with the Flames.
All
The
these
Flames
picks.
do it. Well, they moved that Rangers pick in the second, which was kind of that top.
They
part
get
of
their
the
own pick in
second.
the second too. It's right there. Do you think the first Ruck is still there with the Vegas pick at 30?
I don't.
I think it's a coin toss.
Maybe. Again, I have nothing to base it on.
Yeah, it's just
reading
feel.
these
No
other-
one does. It's just you keep looking at mocks, and sometimes they slide to the second, and sometimes one's in the teens. Like, well, I don't know what it is.
And there too, it seems like it would be logical for it to happen because if you're drafting one, you want both, and if you don't have picks to do it,
Now, he may slide
you just-
because other teams.
Yeah,
don't
he
have
said, well,
the
we
pick
can't-
to get him.
we're gonna have to pick the other kid right away, and we don't have a pick
Right.
we don't have a second rounder.
Yeah, because
So-
it might be one thing to say, well, I'm going to pick him at. I'm just
Yeah.
making it.
Yeah.
Where I get the 20th, I'm taking one of the Rucks.
Yeah.
Well, my next pick is 45.
Not there.
Ooh.
Yeah.
That's
Or what
quite
if
a
you get to
spread.
45 and it's like, Jesus, we didn't think this guy was going to be there. Well, we got to take this. We got to take the
Mhm.
other Ruck kid. Whoopsie daisy.
There's a few teams that have the bullets to pull it off. We'll see who does it. Someone's going to step up and take the first.
And to his point, St. Louis would seem like they got four firsts.
And if you're the Flames and you like the Rucks and they are guys you are targeting, I don't care how many seconds you have if you get those two kids, if those are the ones you want. Package them all up, move them into a spot where you can get both. Maybe they don't love them that much. I don't know.
Maybe not. Flash, back in.
Oh.
If Chicago offered you
Oh,
the
my
same
goodness.
package and you're the Flames GM, what would you give them in return?
I don't know that I say to no to any player on the roster.
So again, the package was
fourth
overall pick, the 46th overall pick, and
Hulking
the
third pair D.
25-year-old Louis Crevier.
And you ate a bad contract for a year.
Coronado,
Anyone.
Easy.
Like, who would you say no to?
which would make more sense for Chicago.
Yeah, probably.
It would. Because
Yeah, I'm not against that.
Yeah.
Keeping four would make the most sense for Chicago.
We talked about it
It's
yesterday
crazy.
afternoon because I think it was Drager who reported that the Jersey Flames deal for a while had players going the other
Right.
way from Calgary, and then
Yeah.
they just went to a picks only deal.
Right.
I wondered if Coronado was maybe in there, being in from that pocket, the American guy. It's always a
Cost
big deal
controlled.
when he goes back to play the Islanders and the Devils and in New York.
Yeah, he's clicking at like a 1.5 per game on
Yeah.
that Tri-City tour where they do Islanders, Rangers, Devils. I thought Coleman because he'd played there already. And again, do the Devils see themselves as contenders this year? If so, yes. If not, then no. But they've had these lean cup odds every year. Like on paper, it looks good. It just hasn't worked.
I don't see Coleman going to New Jersey.
Was a good Devil once.
Oh, well, yeah, but he's got 4 kids. This doesn't.
That's
feel
fair.
like-
That's fair.
let's go to
Thanks,
Austin.
Flash.
Oh, my Flash.
Yeah,
2
he'll
for
be there.
Flash today.
Monty, love the Nemec deal. If the Flames can get another top 10 pick in this year's draft, they're cooking. Well, sure.
That would be cooking. If you package every single pick you have after 6 in this year's draft, I don't know that's enough to move in the top 10.
You have to be. Why would another team do it? With
Yeah.
all the odds and we just talked about.
Mhm. Like, who does it make sense for?
How hard it is to find players after the top 10.
Yeah.
I just think it's going to be really hard. But you're right, Monty. If they could do it, they would be cooking.
I mean, on one hand, top 10 picks are being traded.
Yep.
We saw 4 go. We saw 9. It's rare that these are available, but the
You would have to
prices-
offer a player off the roster that's good now, plus a lot of
Yes.
picks to get
Yeah.
into the top 10. I don't think just more picks.
Which
will
I would
do
be
it.
fine with as well.
Yep.
Would
like-
you do 30 and Coronado to get into the top?
Depending who's left in there, yeah.
Depends on what.
Yep.
And it's funny because like we're not trying to run Coronado out of time, and now it's 2 days in a row we're talking about
I
Coronado
know.
trades. It's just who's an appealing player on their roster. I think a lot of teams would like Matt
Yeah.
Coronado
Like
on
you
his
could
contract.
you could
Yeah.
say Zeri, but that's
No,
not going
it's
to
not
move
gonna
the needle
needle.
right now.
Yeah, it needs to be a good player.
Yeah.
It's a compliment to Matty C.
Tis
Or corn, as producer Jack calls him.
corn dog.
Corny.
RB. Babcock's response blaming everyone but himself shows his character. This guy wants accountability from his players and takes zero himself. A great leadership quality for the Oiler greasers and McBride's maid.
That's R&B checking in. He's moved off the Uyghur thing. It's now
Yeah,
the Oiler
RB,
Greasers.
That's good. Channel that
He's
energy.
consistent.
Channel it.
Hmm.
It was one of those things. What's he going to say? Because we were doing that thing and I didn't see what he said. And then I went back and as I went to Twitter, it's like, what did he say? Did he do?
I
Oh
was
boy.
begging for a third person. I was so excited when I saw
If
that.
you're not 100% in on Mike Babcock, thank you, Mike. I say it all the time. I don't want people to come out. We want them to say stuff and then we crush them when they do. Not crushing you.
I
Thank
love
you.
this for Edmonton. Looks great.
Flash. No question this time, but thanks for reading my messages. Happy to give some cash to charity. And yes, Pinder, this has been fantastic.
Thank you. Hockey Nerds Unite.
It's better than no trades,
Oh,
and sitting
God.
around waiting for the draft and yawn.
Spread it out though.
I think there's more coming.
Yeah.
Give us all trades. Let's go. Not afraid.
Saw one other name, and I don't know how it happens.
Ooh.
But it's less. It's not. What does Vancouver do with Pedersen? Is there a Pedersen deal?
You know,
To be made
the team
somehow.
that might be crazy enough to do it is Carolina, but they're going to make Vancouver eat so much dough and they're not going to give much back. And he'll never be the 100-point guy again. But if he can be 70 and be their 2 or 3C, that's the team I think that would roll the dice. Risky.
Is risky.
And I don't think anyone's keen to do it at the money he's making. Don't skew what I'm saying. But if they're going to do whatever it takes to get him out of that room, someone will take advantage.
Are they?
I don't know. It's the new regime, right? I know the old regime wasn't, but they all got fired. He's a big part of why they got fired. They didn't sort out the Elias Pettersson shit.
Yeah.
DeBrust's a guy that's going to move there, I believe.
What a terrible spot for
Right?
a new GM to have to.
I mean, I guess yes and no, because at least it's not your mess, and you could just cut bait and say, we had to get him out of here, and we didn't win the deal,
except
and
if
that's
you
fine.
trade him and he turns into like.
Well, you put him in the other conference and say it wasn't going to happen here. It's a tough spot, I agree.
Yeah, but you're good.
They just have to cut bait, don't they?
Well, and how much do you eat if you're going to like? Well,
Is it even then? Is it enough? Are you eating?
Oh, at half, he's fine. Yeah.
Are you eating? But is that enough for another team to say we'll do it? Do you have to still
Yes,
staple something?
I think it's probably he's at 5.8.
Yeah,
That's tiny money in this NHL exploding cap universe. Like Laine made more last year. He didn't do anything.
you got to really be looking at. We need center help. We feel like this guy can do it. We trust this.
I will say this: if he goes to a market where he can be anonymous, I think he's going to be a lot better. I think this is not a guy for bright lights, and I think it's not Canada, and it's not hockey markets if it's going to work.
There's all
I
that.
trust the guys that are there now better to maybe pull it out of them.
The new regime. The Sedins are there. They understand big markets pressure. They're from Sweden. They
They've kind of
understand.
been there though, right? They've
Yeah,
been around
waiting,
it.
watching the other guys
Coach.
fumble a lot of shit
Yeah,
up.
new coach, new GM,
Like the coach.
different influence from the Sedins.
Yeah. You've
Because
got
the
better
other side
people-
of it is a GM. You're going, well, if I could turn him into not have to eat anything, what
Right.
if he played well?
Yeah.
Totally. I guess what you're saying is like if Ryan Johnson's like, can I rehab him for 1 year and then make a better deal? Maybe you can.
Yeah, what's the rush?
Yeah, there is no rush.
If we're shitty, we're shitty.
Yeah, unless you're worried about him poisoning the well.
I can't wait for my first trade to be an awful sell low deal.
Oh,
People are sorry, no Jamie. Jamie's flying.
Quit.
He's very busy.
Quit.
He
He's a quitter.
apologizes.
you just had to kill time today talking about food. We're sorry.
We're waiting to find out about Dreg still. Will he be on Friday? It might be tomorrow. We may have noodles Friday. There's a lot of things. Hey, it's a
Moving
busy
parts.
time. It's a busy time, but we appreciate you for hanging out. Jack, how was the show today?
Another banger.
Was it?
Yeah, it's been a good
It's
week.
Really good week, boys.
Well,
All we need is a blockbuster a day and Mike Babcock getting rehired every week, and we'll be fine.
yeah, just blockbuster
It's not asking
trades.
too much, is it?
All that. Draft show Friday night on our YouTube channel.
Yes, sir.
Coming up. So that'll be appointment viewing. Get a double screen going. You can watch the draft itself. Make sure you have us
Mhm.
going. This sort of thing.
Also, programming note today, I'm a moron that reversed my time zones. So I told a guest for our prospect show tonight that we would get him at 2 Eastern when it's actually 6 Eastern when it's 4 here. So we will have a prospect show. Stay tuned.
It's a
We're
big
sorted.
swing. Yeah, that's a bit of a.
I was too excited about the trades. Screwed it
yeah,
all
I
up.
bet. Yeah. That,
That was right. I was
That
just
can happen.
over horny.
And then, of course, next week is July 1, free agency, daily face-off. Going to be doing a free agent
Yes.
show of some sort.
There you
Make
go.
sure you see it. Catch the action live starting at 10 a.m. Mountain.
Woof.
We'll see where Ovi resigns. Ooh.
Yeah, it's not. They'll do a good job. I worry the
The content. is
content.
this
Like
week.
today, there was plenty of content.
It's like, can anybody, do you have a card trick? Can you juggle? Do you want to do like a relay race in the parking lot? What can we
That would be
what can we do for content? That'd be about how that works. But so that's coming up. It is an exciting time to be sure. Exciting time to be sure. Do we will the Flames make another trade before
No.
pick one?
I think they're done.
Before pick 6 or I think they're going to move some seconds, but I think there's picking at 6 and no big deals for them.
Okay.
Hmm.
Do we feel like it's Bjork now?
Yeah.
Jack?
I think they're going to trade up.
If they can get Carl's, I think they'll take Carl's.
Thanks, Jack. See? Exciting. Aren't you excited?
No chance.
See you, buddies.